Oh, I gotta find the fucking... I gotta find the Strixhaven precons. Brewers. That seems right. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Beautiful. Hello, Supermassive Gaming. Hello, 90s Serial Terrence, Spilbo Baggins, and Helios. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Alec and Mr. Saladude, thank you for the card reviews. Lemon, it's going pretty good today. How are you doing? And then Test Monkey, thank you for joining the YouTube stream. Thank you as well, Windwalker and Dials. Hello, Sir Mauld. Apparently there's a balding tag on Twitch. You could use that for stream. You can use the band tag. Thank you kindly. Goodbye. Thank you so kindly for that, Shade. What is that? 9 and then 7, Shade 16? Fuck out of here. Paradox Panda, thank you for the Twitch follow. Blistered Hobo, damn, I feel like Quandrix needs just a few more X spells in their shit. That can't be possible. I gotta get back on the custom card grind. Is there a stream for it this week? Probably not. Leaning no. We might be able to. Leaning no. I came for hot Strixing action that I missed. You're just in time. Fiery Crawdad, why do you use Moxfield over Architect? One simple reason. When I began recording deck reviews in stream and I used the Moxfield playtester, the Moxfield playtester is much nicer looking to edit into videos than the Architect. Helios, thank you for the Smasher Pass. And Blue Pengy, thank you for the 4 months with Prime. Welcome back to the dog home. Peanemis brought me back for the first time in a while. NGL, how's it going? It's going good. I've made a number of changes in my personal life and personal scheduling. Smash. I'm dying of sepsis. I'm going down to tetanus. I'm bouncing on tuberculosis, crazy style. Architect has a poopy playtester and makes eyes bleed. Yeah, the Architect playtester just doesn't, like, and it's all problems that I'm sure I could correct with 5 seconds in the settings of Architect, but I don't have to fix it in Moxfield. Hello, Mr. Flame. Hello, Dr. Watson. Thank you for the 16 months with Prime. Welcome back to the dog home. Yeah, Jess, you can just put it into your Malthound. Who up Strixing they havens? We about to be. It's interesting because Architect Playtester is the only one I like on my phone. I guess I'm weird. You're not, no, Rib Salad, you're not weird. You're a fucking freak. Okay? You're a fucking maniac. You're building a deck on your phone? What the fuck is wrong with you? Deck building is done one way. It's midnight. You have 3 Mountain Dews in front of you. You have been trying to make this deck idea work for 4 months and it just won't. And you have 18 Scryfall tabs open on your second monitor using a fucking playtester on my phone. You fucking maniac. Bed plus phone equals deck building? Yeah, I'm gonna be polite. I'm gonna be polite. No, you definitely, there is definitely no problem with your sleep schedule or when you wake up in the morning or your overall productivity levels caused by doom scrolling fucking Architect at 11 p.m. There's nothing, hey, shout out my goat. Okami Shiro, thank you for the Prime sub for the 5th month in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. What if my deck building strategy is paying a handsome man $15? You can do that from your phone. I like Moxfield a lot, but it hurts me that you're using it in light mode. Hold on, we can fix that, I think. Dark mode. Save. Dark mode. 12 Fingers, thank you for the Prime sub for the 4th month. Welcome back to the dog home. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. We have... Oh no, there's some... Hold on, I missed one of the decks. I'm missing Quandrix, right? Yeah, I'm missing Quandrix. There we go. Sir Hayes, thank you for gifting a sub. Welcome back to Dog Heaven. And Helios, thank you for the 105 streams in a row. Welcome back to the dog park. I ended up making that Primo combat trick deck. Found the funny interaction of Berserk and any card that gives Indestructible. That's pretty funny. Hi, Big Mall. Do you drink malts? Do you mean like malt liquors? I am 2 years sober. If you mean like root beer floats, on occasion. Cat and Bat, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Hello, Voidless Void. All right, we're going to go into the manual ad break. And then we are going to start looking at the Strixhaven decks. Thunder Tempest, I'm so sorry. Thank you for the 45 streams in a row. Welcome back to the dog park. Any hints on your card? Is the art based as fuck or kind of mid? Yeah, you know what? That does seem like as good a way as any to open my stream, is just totally fucking torpedoing any chances I work with Wizards again. You know, my card's name is... Yeah? What's your favorite Mountain Dew flavor? I like Code Red. I like them all. That's the problem. I love it all too much. I love it all way too much. White Bread, thank you for the 110 streams in a row. Welcome back to the dog park. Thanks to a sum of money I didn't know was available to me paying for my MagicCon Amsterdam, I'm back on my deck roast bullshit. Normally I'd give you a choice of 3, but since the deck building stream, you're getting Eldrazi Kindred, and I am using this message to prepare you. Thank you so much, White Bread. Austin James, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. Have you suggested doing this with 3-3 Elk? Yeah, Elk and I talked about it, and we're not going to do these together. We're going to do the set review together. The problem with doing the precons is it's just like, it's hard for us to bounce back and forth well just about the precons unless we do a lot of prep. Maul, the Lorehold deck makes me so sad. So many of the new cards are interesting, but not related to the Lorehold feeling I love so much. It just feels like a generic spirit deck. Interesting. I will add that to the rules. Because I have a podcast. Hold on. Podcast. I have a PowerPoint about how we're going to be judging each precon. I will add, does it feel like the college at the end? Oh, no shade. If you genuinely offend me, you will know. If I ever verbally say that you're being banned for a given behavior, you can pretty well assume you have not done anything to actually upset me. If you do something in this stream that is unacceptable, what is going to happen is I'm going to ban you wordlessly, and then like 5 minutes later, we're going to talk about why we don't act that way on the internet. So anytime I'm like, how fucking dare you, banned. That's part of the bit. Part of the bit. You're so good. Dragon Cat, thank you for the 45 streams in a row. We doing custom cards today? We do. We will. I just don't know exactly when. Oh, is the backup commander better? That's a good point. Will the Doctor, thank you for the personal question. Well, Mauled, after discussing whether or not to go to the Cool Stuff Con in May with family members and deciding to skip it for this year, and because of that conversation, my family members decided that they want to learn magic. Well, that's kind of cool. That's kind of dope. Alec, let me check your stream streak message. Oh, Harval, thank you for the 100 streams in a row. Welcome to triple-digit dog park days, my friend. Then Alec, thank you for the 45. Yo, boss, I hope you do the Lorehold Precon first. This is by far the one I'm most excited for. Let's check the order. Witherbloom, Prismari, Silverquill, Quandrix. I'll tell you what, we can do a poll. No additional votes. All right, you have 2 minutes to vote on Twitch. Marsh, thank you for the 14 months at Tier 1. Welcome back to the dog home. If you had to choose one of the precons as a deck you play, which would it be? We already have the answer to that question, I believe. Hold on. Do we? No, we don't, but you will have the answer to that question in the future. Isn't that fun? Who is winning? Right now, Silverquill is winning by a little bit. Nobody gives a fuck about Quandrix or Prismari. That's really funny. Noi, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Welcome back to the dog pile. Hey, Boss Maul just experienced a 30-minute Is It Storm turn. Nobody died. How? Did somebody like shoot the thing that did the damage? How can you even... Right, the fuck do you mean nobody died? Either they should have killed somebody or the table should have armed themselves and got them. What the fuck do you mean? Floor Tank, Yasu, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. And Wall Snuggler, thank you for the Tier 1 sub for the 15th month. Welcome back to the dog home, my friend. All right, it looks like Silverquill is going to be first, winning by 1 vote. Man, I feel bad about taking 5-minute Storm turns, right? I don't even play Storm in casual anymore because I feel terrible about it. But that's because I yap Storm. Every game of Magic I play, I'm doing Storm count on bad jokes on everybody else's turns. So I only play decks that are like very, very quick when I'm actually taking my game actions. Because if I don't take my game actions quickly, when you combine it with how fucking talkative I am as a person, that game's never ending. Educated Fool, thank you for the 10 months at Tier 1. Welcome back to the dog home. Thermo Alchemist was the pinger. And they didn't give it haste? Why would you go for the... I mean, I guess they thought they had a haste enabler in the deck. But what... Why wouldn't you wait? That's my question. Like, if you had a Storm deck and you were like, oh, tight, Thermo Alchemist, why wouldn't you just not like... You're like, oh, man, I could... I could win next turn, or I could spend 30 minutes using everything that was going to make me win right now. Time Kit, what about mana base points? Something like usable mana base that needs upgrades. These are 2-color decks, so I don't really think that's worth talking about. Like, WotC could publish a 2-color precon that is just basics, and it would be fine enough. Oh, get this. The guy that tries to cheat at Magic called me the K-word Sunday. And I was like, dude, you can't fucking say that. And he goes, what? Is it a slur or something? Should have been my first clue. I can't remember for who, but yes, I tell him. Then a few minutes later, he goes, oh, are you Jewish? And that feels pretty fucking clear he knew what he was saying. Yeah, there's a ton of people who just go through their whole lives trying to do, like, as much as they can without receiving direct punishment. And he seems like one of those people. If you've caught him cheating at Magic before, like, it's not that everybody who cheats at a game of Magic is racist. It's just that many of the overlaps between people who cheat at Magic and people who attempt to be racist as often as they can tend to live their lives in such a way where they're trying to do, like, as much as they can to get as much as they want and aggrieve and be rude to other people before anything bad actually happens to them. Malevolent Tanis, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back to the dog home. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. We have a random Smasher pass. Pass, would not adopt. Would not adopt. I could not contain these two. Not all Magic cheaters are racist, but all racists would cheat at Magic. True! That's the Venn diagram. I can't prove it, but I know you're correct. I've never heard a more correct thing in my fucking life. Everybody I've ever known who tried to be, like, slyly bigoted in some way also attempted to cheat at Magic in some way, even if it was just angle shooting. Like, that is a fucking 100% connection Venn diagram. I think you could contain one, just not both. Oh yeah, for sure. Hey Mauled, how many 1 foot tall Z-main characters do you think you could take in a fight? No weapons in a flat open arena. Alright, it depends. Are the miniature Z's able to coordinate with each other? Cause like sure, okay, that's definitely a problematic thing for me. Wait, that's what it depends on? Z is a tactician. Z knows how to, like, fight and hunt shit. Like, because if it's a bunch of 1 foot tall clones of Z, I can probably handle a lot of those. Bringing a new meaning to they, them pronouns, that's so fucking funny. You gotta shut the fuck up, Fluffles. You gotta shut the fuck up right now. Because if it's just a bunch of, like, 1 foot tall people, like, the thing about a 1 foot tall person is their skull is going to be very kickable and it's not going to be very, like, solid. And so it would be really, really easy to just kind of, like, wham, 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 wham. But if they can get into a big group, it doesn't take too many of them to trip me. And then I think once they trip me, it starts to be a very big problem for me. Because, like, 1 foot I'm trying to imagine, like, how fucking tall 1 foot is. Wait. So it would be like that divided 1/12 of. You know, that's actually really tiny. I'm going to say a lot. I'm going to say a lot. I'm trying to think of how many it would take to, like, genuinely trip me versus how many I would kill by just falling on them. Thunder Fury, it's just me today. Cody Coy, thank you for the Windwalker. Thank you for getting the bit. Cody Coy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Welcome back to Dog Heaven. Speaking of Z, their hard sell of Innistrad Remastered netted me a retro meat hook massacre from a pack. Congratulations, that's very cool. Why am I 1 foot tall? Everyone say hello to my girlfriend right now. Helios, I saw, and you will be punished later. Somebody asked how many 1 foot tall versions of you I could take in a fight. And so we've been trying to debate how good of a, like, pack hunter you are. All right, we have to do the manual ad break. I'm so sorry. We have to do the manual ad break. We will talk about this bit during the manual ad break, and then it's pre-con time. Bro, 12 man's conceal carrying. I'm doing my best. Revan with socks, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back to the dog home for the 4th month. Does Z follow ant strength rules? So Z is very strong. If Z got ant strength buff, one of them would kill me. If Z got to have fucking Ant-Man physics when they were little, they would just punch through my shin if they were 1 foot tall. Would the miniature Zs have a hive mind? That's true. I mean, I will bite and go for the eyes. That's why I'm considering like how well you can coordinate, because my strategy would be, I think at 1 foot tall, if I just kick really hard, each individual 1 foot tall version is dying to one kick. Because your bones are going to be so little. I think the miniature Zs would prefer to fight each other to see who gets to play League before the others. That's if you can land the hit, LMAO. Well, yeah, but come on, you're 1 foot tall. You can't move that fast. At 1 foot tall? Could multiple Zs climb on top of each other to make a Mecha Z? That would be the worst strategy possible. Balance isn't your strong suit, my love, and it takes balance to kick. I mean, I could step. It's 1 foot tall, baby. I could step on you. This is either going to look like the Beast Titan throwing rocks at people or Levi beating the shit out of the Beast Titan. It's the second one. It's just does it take 3 or does it take 7? It's not a question. There's no question of, oh, could I just outlast endless numbers of Z? I definitely couldn't. It's a question of how many single digit Zs are required before they are Leviing my ass. 50 Levi's versus the large ape. Right, if it's 50 Z's, I'm dead instantly. They're walking away with fingernails and shit. Ooh, 1 foot tall Z with Attack on Titan gear versus 1 Maul. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, it really depends on how. Is this open combat or can Z ambush and prep? They do not get prep time. If Z gets prep time, one of them kills me. If Z gets prep time, they hide on a ceiling, drop onto my face, claw my eyes out, and then I'm finished because I can't see them anymore and my balance is bad. They definitely do not get prep time. I'm gonna be so real, I have a weapon, you got very bad odds. For sure. No, for sure, it's very bad. How many does Mauled last against if they get prep time? Less than 1. Is this baby or shrunk Z? It's 1 foot tall Z. Oh, if Mauled gets prep time. It depends if prep time gives me a weapon. If I get a weapon, this becomes extremely difficult for the army of miniature Zs. I think it cuts both ways, where if one of us is armed and the other isn't, the size difference becomes basically unimportant. Inverse of the question, how many Maulds would be needed to take down a 30 foot tall Z? Okay, so if I'm gonna try to Ant-Man, I mean, I think it's just one of me and I'm having a really good time. It's one of me, and that's not a fight, that's a vacation. That's a spa experience. I'm chilling. I am surrendering and then running in. Aegis, thank you for the 200-bit cheer. Your balance is bad. I would have assumed you had a low center of gravity given the lack of hair mass. Thank you. No. I put lead weights in the hair that I do have. Bro is becoming the marital aid. You gotta shut the fuck up. You can't. Looking less bald today. Tell Hecky I'm banning. That one hurt more. I'm banning you for that. That's their first message ever in this stream, and that somehow hurts more than all the bald jokes. Hey man, it's looking better today. You must be doing something right. And then Siesta Sid, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the dog home, my friend. Zenorum, thank you for the 14 months at tier 1. Welcome back to the dog home. Boss, I'm hitting a weird point in my Magic life. I'm not sure if I'm getting better at deck building or if I've entered a villain arc because my last couple decks are getting mixed vibes. If I go to the small LGS, people don't like playing against me, even with equal power decks. If I go to the larger LGS, I get people asking for specific decks I have to play against. Kind of both. The more you find the thing you like and the more specific your decks become at being the thing you like is going to naturally create friction. Being more of you is going to bring out more of the parts of yourself that are objectionable to other people. What's up, Lotus Queen? We're about to get into the Strixhaven deck reviews. I'm just trying to catch up on the chat messages. Why is my rum gone? Thank you for the 60 streams in a row. Alec, I saw your Discord DM. The bit I saw was just like a primer update, and so I was like reading that later because I haven't recorded it yet. Have not recorded yet. Will be recording after this stream. And so probably today, tomorrow, Thursday are when all the deck reviews are happening. How often do deck reviews happen? I am thinking about trying to rebuild my Death or Taxes or Please Guys Don't Kill Me Turn 10 Eldrazi decks. The deck reviews are sold every Sunday. We sell reviews and we sell roasts every Sunday on my Ko-Fi page, which is ko-fi.com/Maldhound. And then if you can't get one of, I sell those for $15. And if you can't get one of those, there is an on-demand $75 review option that you can buy for just like, fuck it, I don't want to wait, I don't want to try to, because you have, on Sundays, I think you have like 15 minutes to try to get a review because they sell really quick. So there's a more expensive price for, hey, I just want one, I'm not going to wait. Hot take, land destruction isn't bad if it also happens to the person that is also doing it to the rest of the pod. I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's a wrong and bad take, and I'm trying very hard to not say mean things about you on a personal level, but like most land destruction outside of Avacyn Worldslayer is symmetrical. It's just that they have a way for it to not matter that it happened to them. Like they have splendid reclamation. They have things that let them play lands from the graveyard. Like it's not, there aren't these people running around like emptying clips into lands. It's people who are like wiping everybody's lands, like, see, it's fair now, and then the game proceeds at a fucking snail's pace because none of the decks are built to like play through it. Mono red Blood Moon, right? That's like, I would class that with Avacyn Worldslayer though. Like Avacyn Worldslayer, and then I'm mono red, so I'm playing Blood Moon. Those are like the banner land destruction things that people do, and they got punted to bracket 4 as they deserved. I'm talking about people who are like, oh, I want balance unbanned. Oh, I'm gonna Armageddon, but my stuff isn't indestructible. Stoneblower, Stonebauer, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. Personal question from Palix Games. Do you think Blood Moon and other red effects should be allowed only in bracket 3 mono red decks? No, that is fucking a bracket 4 thing through and through. 100%. A lot of people, a lot of people get confused about this because they go like, oh, but like a mono red Blood Moon deck isn't as good as an off meta CEDH deck, and that's what's in bracket 4. You're right, but it is as annoying as an off meta CEDH deck. And the point about sequestering you in bracket 4 is not that your deck is so powerful that you can only compete against these people, is that if you want to do it in 3, you should legally have to ask. You are a registered stacks offender, bro. You have to go door to door and tell me you want to play this dog shit. We've been in Vampland for a long time, Sigma Prime. I am sorry about it, but that is relatively normal. But like the brackets are less about what are you allowed to play in this bracket, and they're more about, or more of their function is, what do you have to ask to play in this bracket? So don't think of it as like, oh, bracket 2 encompasses all of this stuff. It's more like, oh, if you want to play this in bracket 2 and it's not what's already been discussed, it means you have to ask. It doesn't mean you're not allowed to do it. It doesn't mean the cops are going to get you, but it means you got to ask. Hell yeah, Noob CC, congratulations. Maltown, do you think Elish Norn and Dovescape can ever be okay in lower brackets? I would consider, so that for those of you who are unenlightened, the bullshit they have just suggested is you play Dovescape, nobody can cast any non-creature spells anymore, but they get birds, but then Elish Norn kills all the birds, ha 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 ha, I'm the devil. That's pretty fine. Like, the green player isn't even gonna care. I don't think this is a bracket problem. This is just a, like, how funny are you as a person problem. You can play this in bracket 2 if you are chill. You can get away with it. If you can make people laugh and smile and they generally like playing the early turns of the game against you, they will accept this being a way you try to close the game out. But if you're like interrupting people, being rude to people, talking down to them, like, yeah, you're never going to be allowed to play this in any bracket. CJ Peeps, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Nix, yes. The answer is simple. I beat this player down with a bunch of doves. Okay, so you forgot the, like, very important second half of the 2-card combo they were talking about. You forgot the very important part of this combo where you don't have doves, dumbass. They have doves. They have 3/3 doves and you have nothing. I would simply run multiple anthems in every deck. True, I'm always playing Patchwork Banner just in case somebody dovescapes me. Every game. Every single game of Commander I play, my turn 3 play is Patchwork Banner, naming bird, just in case I get dovescaped. Feeling Froggo, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. I don't have to ask to Thoracle on you after the legally mandated 6 turns in bracket 3, but I cast 1 Cataclysm to deal with Larry Landslover, and suddenly I'm not allowed in the Denny's. SMH LOL. You're being funny, but like, yes. Yes. You don't have to ask. I know you're joking. That's the problem. Some people will hear that and will be like, yeah, what the fuck? Like, this is how, like, the alt-right pipeline works, but for bad magic card evaluation, is you say a thing like that and you're like, yeah, I'm being funny, and like 10 miles away Hey, wait a minute! That guy's spitting! Just stupid shit, bro. You can't... There is genuinely somebody tearing their hair out. Like, what do you mean I can't Armageddon? This guy's playing Bristly Bill. Lost Alternative, thank you for the tier 1 sub for the 5th month in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. And Bun Ryoko, thank you for the 15 streams in a row. Welcome back to the dog park. Don't make me Dominaria's Ben Shapiro. You made you Dominaria's Ben Shapiro. I'd rather get Blood Moon than deal with a Chasm Loop. That sounds like the perfect type of thing to, like, ask people about pregame. FR. Like, Malhan, what's your favorite bracket to play at? 3, for sure. My personal preference is narrow. I will play outside of it, and I will be polite. My personal preference is no infinite 3. That's what I like. You're going to storm off? Okay. You have some type of combo? Okay. You're going to beat me to death with really good cards? Okay. But I prefer bracket 3. I love bracket 3, and I greatly prefer bracket 3 without infinite loops versus infinite loops. What is your least favorite bracket to play at? I kind of have to say 4 because I've played one game of 4 and it was bad. Like I've played the only game of bracket 4 I have played felt like, or I think maybe I've played 2 and they were both bad, but one didn't have 4 players, so that game was kind of scuffed from the beginning. But bracket 4, as Tom Bruce is saying, when I finished the bracket 4 game, I was like, oh, I would rather have played CEDH. How long until people realize Mesmer Corp should go into every deck instead of Soul Ring? 1 day fewer than the last time you asked, Dog Sauce. I appreciate you. Oh, Dragonfly, thank you for redeeming a Smasher Pass. Smash, I don't know what's up, but I'm going to find out. And it's mean to artifacts, which I enjoy. Have you run into people saying your bracket 3 deck is a bracket 4 deck because it works well? Fuck no, because my decks are stupid. My best deck, like my most powerful deck that I have built is VV Stompy, and that is not that powerful. It's still VV, so it's bracket 3 and it's good, but it's like the cannot combo, cannot draw cards off of VV, like cannot spell sling. I'm playing Trumpeting Carnosaur, like, yeah, nothing I do even gets close enough to bracket 4. I would say the closest we have come is Z and I jointly worked on their Choco deck, and Z has done like all of the editing since we got it to like a workable position. And we once played a bracket 3 game against somebody who was new, and they, in a non-angry way, like they weren't aggrieved, they were genuinely confused, were like, is that deck really bracket 3? Because it had a very, very good curve out. And we were like, yeah, it's turn 7, you're dying to combat damage. They had some free counter magic, and that was their game changers. Like, yeah, bracket 3 is fuck. And so that's not even the deck that like I built. That is a deck I helped Z with, that they have built and edited, and that's the closest I have even become associated to a bracket 4 deck. And that's not even over the line. Why do I feel like all of Mald's decks are bracket 1 but can actually play Magic, so it's considered bracket 3? Because those are the only bits worth doing in my mind. Which is, again, hugely personal and is not... That's not right. Like, that's not the only way Magic can be played. But the only way I enjoy playing Magic is when you have a bit that can function well enough that people have to kind of respect it. Oh, I love those. Yo, how do I upload the two-sided Scylla card I made a little while back for these? Now I got to save up points and stuff, but since I don't have Discord, I need somewhere else to put it. Trying to find something more quirky and relatable than get Discord, you piece of shit, I hate you. It's escaping me. Imgur, bringing back Imgur. Post that shit on iFunny. Post that shit on ifunny.com. That's how we're looking at your card when you buy the redeem. Maldhound, if I had a deck with Cephalid Constable in it, but could only make it have like 4 power unblockable, do you consider it mass land destruction? Yeah. I consider it a thing you should talk about that can happen. That's it. And that's why I don't like trying to just slap the label on to determine whether or not what you're doing is acceptable. You should go, oh, hey, my deck is capable of removing this many lands from your board if I want to. We cool? Because even in the spectrum of mass land destruction, there's like, oh, I strip mine loop you, versus, oh, I'm gonna Blood Moon with Zhao, who requires me to get 7 mana, versus I can loop something that would blow up non-basics, but if you have basics, you're fine. Like, there's so many different ways it can go that rather than just going like, does this count as mass land destruction or not? Just go like, oh, can I remove lands? How many? Tell people. Hey Maul, did you do the paneling and lighting for the wall? I've been curious for a long time. Fuck no, Z did it, because they are tremendously good at this shit and they work incredibly hard. So everybody thank my girlfriend for how fucking good a job they did with this room, because it looks amazing. There was a convo on the Discord about cap size recently. Thoughts? Y'all gotta go outside more. Let's talk about some decks. So we're doing Silverquill first, and the stuff we are gonna look at. Kydrox, we're just starting. I'm so happy to tell you, we're just now beginning. We're gonna go with Silverquill first. The questions we seek to answer: can a degree from this college get me a job? Am I employable? Can it play bracket 2 Magic? Is it financially reasonable? I normally don't talk about this. This is basically going to be a check of like, if you bought the Precon at MSRP and you were willing to sell some cards from it, would you be able to cut down the net cost? Does it have 10 cards that are bad and you're meant to cut so that you can feel really, really smart? Is there a $30 card in there for no reason other than to get people to buy it? And then, is the backup commander better? Also, the Great Lake, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. I appreciate that generosity. We'll go ahead to Silverquill. So our commander is Killian. Whenever an enchantment you control enters, tap up to 1 target creature and goad it. Whenever one or more creatures that are enchanted by an aura you control attack, draw a card. Okay, card draw, as we know, is the most important thing in the world and is basically money. So that's going to be a big yes on would this get me a degree. I'm drawing cards. I'm making dollars. I'm stacking up. You see this? This is my hand. Can you tell the difference between it and a bank account? No, the fuck you cannot. Tell Hecky, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. This is just an Ariete Charmed Apple deck with a better commander and less optimized. That sounds good. It sounds like this is just a fucking cherry pie with apples instead of cherries, bro. These people are lying to you. This is just some type of fucked up apple pastry. We gotta kill them. Okay, so we have 4. I fucking hate this, dog. All right, so we have 4 of the 10 cards that you are meant to cut and feel very smart about. This is the most Precon thing ever, so I'm not going to belabor the point too long. You should either have 10 pieces of ramp or none for 90% of your decks. Either your deck cares enough about ramping that you should be doing it to a reliable degree, or you should just fucking curve out. There is almost definitely a good 1-drop, a good 2-drop, a good whatever that you can play. Do not take these notes from the Precons. The Precons are doing this so that we can have talismans for a reasonable goddamn price. Do not do this. New players hate getting told to cut their ramp so much. I mean, you don't even have to cut it. It's just like commit to it or don't. Pick your lane. Pick your lane. If you don't want to ramp, there are so many cool like two mana creatures you can play. There's so many cool 2-mana spells in this game. All right, then what's the curve like? That's gross. That's fucking. It's gross because the commander's 3. Although you probably don't play this guy on 3. Like, the curve is nice and tiny, but you probably want to go, like, Commander on 5? You probably want to play the Commander in at a time where you can go Commander, Aura on a creature I've already played, swing the creature I've already played. Okay, we have the Fart Monster. Ooh. I actually got to hold on. Because this set I've actually got an ambassador for, so I have gotten to see and play with some of these cards, and I will say this is one of the best cards in the deck. You do not appreciate why. People's Threat Assessment goes completely haywire. I played this one. But People's Threat Assessment with the Facing Duskmage, you will make good players lose their minds. A death-touching creature that has the potential to be a card draw spell, everybody's like, that's fucking animated Rhystic Study, kill it now! It's not that good, but it's just good enough to make people think it's a fucking kill-on-sight threat. Is this good in Y'shtola? Yeah, I think it's fine. I think Y'shtola is a deck where you would probably rather ramp, but having a Death Touch blocker is never a bad thing. It's just that, like, the Vandal's edit is being reliant on, like, most of the prepared cards are really bad. A couple of the prepared cards are fine. Most of the prepared cards are cool bit, super ineffective. This is one of those cards. Very cool bit, seems really good. If you are not playing against Jonathan Rhystic Study, it's going to take a while for this thing to get prepared, and you're probably not going to want to spend the mana on it. Yeah. And then we have a bunch of Orzhov classics. Yeah, these are all fine and good. This one is fucked up. This is one of the only prepared cards that I rate. We have Ariete. How does prepared work? If you meet the condition, you can cast a copy of the spell that is listed in that little square text box, and then the card is no longer prepared. So this one, fucking 7 mana, and attacking with 2 or more creatures is not that hard, which is also notable. Like, attacking with 2 or more creatures, not that hard, and you are in control of it. Versus Defacing Duskmage, not that hard, you are not in control of it. But a card can be prepared multiple times. You cannot stack preparations. You can re-prepare a card after you, like, spend it, but you can't go, like, it's prepared twice, I can cast 2 copies. It is like, it is a binary. You are either prepared or not prepared. There is no, how prepared am I? And yeah, prepared spells do cast from exile rather than some like weird from the battlefield ruling. Okay, so we have a bunch more normal shit. This is the secondary commander. Scriv the Obligator, a 4-mana 2/3 flying death touch. Whenever they enter or attack, make a white aura token named Contract attached to an opponent's creature. Whenever that creature attacks, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn if it's attacking one of your opponents. Otherwise, its controller loses 2 life. How is that? Hold on. That's not good. That's very bad. Scriv seems fun. I like Scriv. You shouldn't. That's not. This is a bird. This is an owl with shit on his talons. This is. So we have our first answer. Is the backup commander better? Fuck no. Fuck no. And then we have Ariete. We could compare, is Ariete better as the backup commander for this? And I would still say no. I think having this type of Enchantress card draw engine in the command zone while still being able to do goad stuff is way more valuable than Ariete. I've seen double-digit unique Ariete decks in my life, and almost all of them gas out because they run out of card draw. Like, they'll stick one thing, like, do they have any in here? Like Core Spirit Dancer. And then Core Spirit Dancer will die, and then their game is over. Their game is just done after that. So I would say Killian should be in the command zone here. He's very, very good at it. We have Tomic, another reprint. Let's look at... Tell Hecky, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Ariete will end the game, but yeah, the no card draw has lost me most games. And that's why I just think she's better in the 99. Like, Killian will make sure the game is happening, and then Ariete will finish it. But if you have Ariete... If you have Ariete in the command zone, you're either like high rolling and you just dogpile people, or you just don't get there in the first place. Eldrazi Conscription isn't here, though. That's what the Soul Ring's for. Look at this fucking... There it is. We have no bombs. We have no bombs other than the lone Eldrazi Conscription. Other than the lone Octussy. That's amazing. Ooh, this looks cool. I don't know if this is new or a reprint or not, but flying sack a creature gets +2/+1 until end of turn. That's kind of a neat sack outlet too. That's fun. Reprint? Hell yeah, good for them. Oh, this card is fucking crazy, by the way. I love this card. Changing Loyalty is a 2 black mana aura enchantment with flash, replicate 2. Replicate means you can copy it as many times as you want. Enchant a creature. When enchanted creature dies, return it onto the battlefield under your control. There has been a card kind of like this that was 1 mana more expensive and did not have replicate. That's like super bad. This is a like direct power creep, and I'm creeping with them. Beautiful. I am on the ground, climbing slowly towards my destination, which does happen to be your belongings. Hand them over. I mean, constellation triggers, you can use it like the dream is to use it in response to like a board wipe. It's Minions Return I'm talking about, yeah. It's not Come Back Wrong. Because Come Back Wrong you don't get to keep. And I did half of each word, that's my fault. Minions Return. So flash, enchant 1 creature, comes back. Does Replicate work with cost reducers? To my knowledge, it should. We're on the first one, Kolos. We did a lot of vamping today. Let's go back to Silverquill. So does this play Magic? 100%. This definitely plays Magic. We can go into a playtest to check. You definitely get a fucking job because we have card draw in the command zone. Does it have 10 terrible cards I meant to cut? Hold on. Fucking land tap. Banger. Banger. I would say, yeah, we probably have like 10 cards we're meant to cut. We have a lot of like just kind of whatever politicking cards, which are cute, but like you could probably find something better to do than Tomic. You could probably find something better to do than like Rafine's Guidance. Like there's definitely 10 cards that you're meant to get rid of and to feel very, very good about getting rid of. We have 2 board wipes. We have very, very little interaction. I think because our interaction is meant to be targeted towards, oh, I'm going to enchant, or I'm going to enchant my stuff and goad you. Oh, we do have Sheltered by Ghosts. Why is Ink Shield here? Because it's Silverquill! They like ink. I don't know if you've read Shadrick Silverquill, but he has a thing for if we look at how Quill works, so Quill, right? You dip it in something. What do you dip it in? That's right, silver. Now, how do we get silver? We good? We understand? Mayonnaise, you got it, Gorilla. Hell yeah. Type shit, dog. So I think they hit the theme pretty well. We have a lot of like Orzhov-y stuff. Well, you know, I might take that back. I think we hit the general, like, the broad themes of what Silverquill College is supposed to be about. There doesn't seem to be, like, too much Strixhaven-y stuff in the Precon. Like, this Precon is not Strixhaven Silverquill-y. It is Killian and then good Orzhov deck. Because you look at, like, what Silverquill actually wants to do in the set. He cares about, like, casualtying instants and sorceries. Not what this deck wants to do at all. We have 9 instants and sorceries together. So this feels like a pretty disconnected one in terms of what is the Precon doing versus what is Silverquill doing in the main set. No, Silverquill the Disquant is not in the 99. The Elder Dragons don't really represent the schools this time around. That's also fair, but like the draft archetype doesn't translate well either. And I don't think the draft archetypes like always do that, but I think back to Thunder Junction, and like in Thunder Junction, our Precon commander was Stella Lee. Draft archetype cared very much about double spelling. And as Elikman's pointing out, the Silverquill mechanic for the set is target your own stuff with instants and sorceries, which is not what the Precon wants to do, because this Precon, yeah, it's much more in line with the old Strixhaven Precon. So fits the college thematically, does not mechanically fit what the college is doing in the set, but I think that's okay. So who wants to, right, this is a thing that I think Precons should have come with for a really, really long time, which is tasting notes. What kind of people want to play this Precon? What kind of people don't want to play this Precon? I think if you like tapping out, you shouldn't play this Precon. You got to be a yapper, as Rib Salad is saying, to want this Precon. You have to be somebody who extracts extreme joy from every time anybody goes to combat, going like, well, what if you thought about kicking Jared in the head? Can I So if you don't want to be a yapper, don't fucking play this. You have to have a minimum yap quota every turn cycle. Can we get a yay or nay poll after each deck? Fuck no, this is a dictatorship. Yay. This one's very good. I played it as a yapper. Incredibly fun to play as a yapper. God forbid a white boy does a little goading. Why isn't Duelist Heritage in here? See the point about, does it have 10 cards you're meant to cut to feel very good about? Hey Maul, Dark here. Someone at the garage I'm doing my internships at said that and I quote, sound like a Vygar main. How bad of an insult was that? That person hates you, dog. It's not that bad an insult. It's one of those things where to somebody who would also, Jay Arlington, thank you so much for the raid. We're talking about the how extreme it is to be called a Vygar main derogatorially. Jay, I sure am. So Dark, if to people who wouldn't call you a Vygar main as an insult, it's not that bad. To anybody who would call you a Vygar main as an insult, it is the worst. They called you the worst thing you could imagine. Add a similar to X deck from previous years. This is very similar to Nelly Borka. Not that Maul will ever see this on YouTube. I think it well, gets fucking seen on. I think it's similar to Nelly Borka, but I think it's a lot more active. What I really like about this deck is you get to pick whether you want to enchant stuff proactively or reactively. Like Parasitic Impetus is now card draw on my opponent's creature. Flickering Lord, which you should not play, I can put on my opponent's creature, give it protection from my opponent's deck's colors, and use it as card draw, or I can put it on my own guy and go crash in. I would buy this if it's $30 just to take it apart from my Minthara deck. So that is where I think the like reprint equity stuff starts to come in. How much is land tax? Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what this is going to land at, but if you like buy the deck, liquidate the land tax, I don't know what the next most expensive card would be. But you could definitely, I mean, Iganjo Dinosaurian, these are all pre-release prices, so they will come down, but this one is still a very, very good card for enchantments. This is actually probably part of what you want to take the deck apart for. You can sort by value, yes, but most of these don't have values associated with them. Mojo Celebine, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Either way, I think off of land tax alone, you can pick a couple cards in this deck that you sell and break even on, or you can just buy it and be extremely happy with every card that you get out of it. Best part of the deck, you can call it twink magic. That's so true. Hold on, I'm twinking all over you. Wait, no, okay, we gotta stop that. Never mind. My fault. I'm twinking too close to the sun. So I think favorite cards, I love this guy. Best lightning rod in the world. Changing Loyalty is the funniest fucking card I've ever heard of. And overall, it's just fucking good. It's just fucking good. Except for Pearlier. Fuck this Voltron bitch. I'm gonna call that like... Come on. Alright, 9 out of 10 overall. 9 out of 10 overall. We're going to the manual ad break, and then we're going to look at Lorehold next. During the ad break, gonna put my Lorehold frustrations into words. Okay, we got somebody typing a fucking manifesto on how they let Boros down. Perfect. Please, Mr. Chairhound, what are your favorite cards from this set? We will do that with Elk, for sure. Kellen Wood, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Boss, last week I played an Aether Drift draft, and my deck was so thematic to the End Riders that it crashed and burned in the middle of the road. Can I get a Vine Boom for it? Yeah, Viking Funeral. You know what? Just for that, I'm going to ban you. Special little treat. And then I'm going to forget to unban you. Arcanite, thank you for the follow. Did I hear correctly that you get to reveal a card, and if so, when will that be? Yeah, Z and I got cards to reveal. I believe the reveal is tomorrow or Thursday. The 9th? Okay, Thursday. Thank you, baby. How long do you think it should take a deck to win the game? Depends on the bracket. It also depends. Too many variables. I don't know. However long it takes. Life Leaf, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. I know you like 3-mana Drana, but what do you think about the 5-mana Dranas? Okay, this one. Pretty bad, but you can do something with it. This one. Pretty bad, but you can annoy people with it. Do they send you a card to reveal, or do they give you some options to pick from? They sent us the card. Boss, it's hard to make memes about commander pods anymore when the president of the US is talking like Dr. Doom about destroying an entire civilization. Yeah, he is doing some real supervillain monologuing right now. But like, I can't get his fat thumbs off the fucking Twitter keys, man. I'm gonna try to keep from going on an hour-long rant about this. Stay with me for one moment. I'm gonna keep doing my best. That's what I got right now. Sure, we can call him Dr. Dumb. Because yes, Dr. Doom is actually highly intelligent and does what he wants to do. But I'm gonna keep doing my best. Let's talk about Boros and how they've let us down. So we have a 4-mana Quintorius. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. At +1, you can discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards, then mill a card. -4, spirits you control gain double strike and vigilance until end of turn. That's pretty, like, I hate planeswalkers. That seems useful enough as planeswalkers go. You either get a draw engine or you get, like, I win combat for the turn. We have fucking anger. Sure. We have discard in the command zone. Okay. We have bit. Alright, hold on. We have Bitter Thorn. Fuck yeah, let's fucking go. Yeah, $15 card you cut instantaneously. Currency Converter, that's another good card. And that actually does something for the deck. Fuck, Patchwork Banner, naming birds for when somebody fucking dubscapes you. Timepiece, oh my lord, Staff of the Storyteller. Moonshaker, bitch, wait, do they have Crackerhoof? They have Crackerhoof, everybody give it up. It plays bracket 2 magic, ladies and gentlemen. It plays bracket 2 magic. It just depends if you draw it. Can we make spirits? So we have an angel that can recur. We have fucking monologue tax. We have You are not getting paid. You are never getting paid with this fucking deck. No chance. Alright, primary research. 5 mana on ETB recur a 3 mana or less thing from the graveyard at the beginning of your end step. If something left the graveyard, draw, sure. Advanced Reconstruction. Beginning of first main phase, mill a card, then exile a card from your graveyard at random you can play at this turn. That's kind of cool. I don't think that's very good, but that's like cool and is one way to get stuff out of our graveyard. Okay. Make spirits. Flashback. Impulse draw. Wait, okay, vote past or present. Mill a card for each past vote, then deal damage to each opponent equal to the total mana value of cards milled this way. Exile the top card of your library for each present vote. Until the end of next turn, you may play the exiled cards. That sucks, I think. I think unless you are doing... Well, it's, yeah, combustible Gearhulk off the stick. It's boneless combustible Gearhulk. But I don't think this deck wants to have... That card is good, yo. Okay, Jay. We'll talk. I think this is good in a different deck. I don't think it's that good in this deck. In like Rakdos Reanimator, people are giving you the cards every time. I think it's very cute. I don't believe in the curve enough for... Yeah. I think good card probably not utilized that well in this deck. Okay, we have Seize the Spoils. We have Savine's Reclamation. So I see a little bit of great. We have Emiria the Sky Ruin. Wait a goddamn minute. Okay, so you buy this, you sell the 4 money cards, and then you use that to make a playable Lorehold deck. Fuck yeah. Alright, Containment Construct is solid. Conspiracy Theorist is solid. Cute. On attack, everybody exiles something, and then put that many counters on something. That's cool. The card is good because there are sneaky ways to get things out of your graveyard in a Boros shell. So I believe that. I'm well familiar with Boros' trickery. I just don't think this deck has them. Karmic Guide. Hero. Very bad prepared card. Oh, Layli is a very good card. That's so many words. Oh, we have a prepared Boros reanimation spell. That's actually sick as fuck. Okay, so on upkeep, if there are 3 or more artifact and or creatures in your graveyard, this becomes prepared, and then for 4 mana, you can exile it to get a token copy of it. That's good. No. Too long. Do read. Very sick. Downright ill. People will shoot it because it has too many words, but they're right to do it. That is my favorite card I have seen in here. We have the other Quintoriuses. Dog shit card. Dog shit card. Bookie Goblin, thank you for the Twitch follow. Skyclave Apparition's very cute. Sun Titan's very cute. I don't know if this Precon does rip. I think this Precon has great potential. What worries me about this Precon is it feels a lot like the stuff we said about the Ariete decks earlier, where, okay, you play Lorehold, right? If you play Lorehold and you have one of these, like, every turn I can exile something, we're definitely cooking. Based on the concentration I am seeing here, I have doubts about our ability to do that very reliably. It feels like a very hot and cold Precon that will be very, very good when you upgrade it, but most of the upgrades will be about reliability. Because, like, I think Relic Retriever is one of the 10 cards that you cut immediately. Like, I think everything in the deck that is like, oh man, but once you get something to leave your graveyard, here's an extra gold sticker, because you've been such a good boy. No, fuck that, wrong. buzzer noises until your ears bleed. If you turned all of that stuff into more ways to actually be confident you were going to be getting the exile off, then I think we're really honking. So, like, do we have any? Okay. You wouldn't keep this hand anyway. Hey, look, the charms are good. So we don't keep that hand. We have Wheel of Fortune. And then we have a card exile engine here. Yeah, baby? You got a package. Give it to me. Give it to me. We have not gone over the Simic deck. Fuck Boros. We Orzhov now. What did I get? Guys, they sent me foam. Amazing. They sent me foam. Guys, I'm part of the Silverquill furries. Big cats. I love foam. I love how inedible it is. Oh, this is nice. Oh, they did that like the aging stuff. I got a little postcard. Oh, that is so sweet. That's so cool. You're... What on earth is this? Ooh, is this a skirt? No, it's a cape. My fault. My fault, cape. I thought it was a skirt. My bad. Go full screen? Hush, we'll do more mail days in a second. We're talking about how much worse the Lorehold Precon is than my beautiful, beautiful Silverquill. So this hand, we kind of do nothing. Rip a 5-drop off the top, perfect. I get Containment Construct. I miss my land drop, but now I have Anger in the graveyard, so everything has haste. Look at me. Drum Bellower. Fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about, dude. The Shard of the Graveyard. Alright, turn 8, I've played my commander. So obviously that's not like the fairest playtest in the world, but I do think that's relatively indicative of what can happen. It feels like a deck with great potential that's kind of a clunker. Like now we're probably fine because we go Command Tower, Signet. We're not actually fine. That's my bad. Playing that guy doesn't like super help. Skyclave a problem. Don't keep 2 landers? Well, I don't want to mulligan 8 fucking times to play my casual commander game. This is like we've siloed them in different test runs. This is like the 5th mulligan we've done, and we keep getting 2 landers. That's not my fault. That's not me being an unfair judge. And we had a Signet, so it's basically a 3rd land right there. Shit, yeah. Does not enter prepared. Shit, yeah. Conspiracy theorist. Shit, yeah. Staff of the Storyteller. Shit, yeah. Turn 7 Terramorphic Expanse. Like, I think the deck still plays bracket 2, but this deck feels to me like they put a lot of weight on needing to use the commander to like fix your hand, and they did not put in enough ramp to get you to that commander reliably, which is a bit of a letdown. So this one feels like you either take it apart or you have to upgrade it, or it's just going to be very unwieldy. How many ways of getting things into the graveyard consistently are there? There is enough. Like you have your commander, you have conspiracy theorist, you have what we don't have enough of, we have currency converter. What we don't have enough of is ways to exile. Oh, is the backup commander any better? Who would the backup commander be? A different Quintorius? I mean, backup. Oh, it's the horse. Who's the horse? Oh, Excava, the risen past. On attack, return up to one target artifact, creature, or non-aura enchantment card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard with a finality counter. It's a 1/1 spirit. Ooh, definitely worst. Oh, definitely worse. No, 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 no. That is cute. You can take that commander and you can build an entirely different deck. It is not better than History Chaser. For sure. So I'm going to give that like 5 out of 10. I would not be interested in, or I think I would be let down to play this out of the box because of how clunky the setup feels. But you could make a very, very good one without too much effort if you like bought it and then sold, like you sell a Mary of the Sky Rune. You sell a Mary of the Sky Rune. You sell land tax. Yeah, pre-release prices go burr. So it's fine. But I think if you are somebody who engages with the financial side of Magic, it might be, it's definitely more reasonable to buy than Silverquill from I'm gonna resell stuff and chop it up for parts. Can you believe this jackass wants his Precon deck to be playable when he buys it? I know, I'm a real bitch. Well, I'm depressed now, thanks, Mald. I literally messaged the LGS today to reserve this Precon. Thank God they haven't replied. Might still be able to cancel. You don't have to cancel. I'm saying you have to be willing to fix it up a little. It doesn't need many fixes, and then I think it works. I think the thing that doesn't work right now is not the idea of the Precon. It's just, hey, we have a few too many things that are cutesy synergies instead of like, hey, I need to hit my lands and hit my ramp and then start doing stuff. Like I think if you got, how many times do I have to mulligan to get a hand that can cast my commander? Okay, I have 4 lands in hand and removal. Pretend Fabled Passage is just a land. So like if you skip multiple turns to keep a hand that can just cast Quintorius, we dump this one. Is it draw 2 then mill? Great. Somebody tries to kill my commander. Swords. I hate you. AO. Uptick Quintorius. Discard a land. Draw 2, mill. Turn 6. We Sarah Paragon. So now I can play lands from my grave. Pretend I didn't play Sarah Paragon because I can read. I play this, and now I make a spirit. So it's turn 6, and now we have our spirit generating engine. And if we do that for a few more turns, everything's going to be okay. It's just that the Precon, as is, I don't think does a good enough job of being like, hey, let me efficiently play Quintorius. So like let me have 10 pieces of 2 mana ramp so that I can be very confident that I'm going to play Quintorius on 3. And then once I play Quintorius on 3, let me set up my hand so that I can get something like Sarah Paragon. Like, you know what would save this deck instantly? Oh god, a different $40 card. Holy shit. What a card this is. So a worse card than this, but like play more stuff with flashback, play anything, like just a few more things that let you play stuff out of your graveyard, and you'll be making spirits pretty quickly, and then you'll be good. It's just that the deck as is, like Silverquill just wanted to, hey, play your commander, play an enchantment, you're good to go, you're going to be drawing cards. Lorehold wants you to do a little bit more and does not give you enough tools to do it. How much is fucking Ghost Vacuum? Alright, $2 card. Job done. Yeah, strike it rich. Like, there is an endless number of budget includes that will make the deck work the way you want it to work. Unlicensed. Oh. $36. Sorry, 36 pennies. 36 American cents. It's very doable. It is not like, it is not, oh, hey, failure to launch, this isn't going to work. It's just you have to turn the money cards into like 5 to 10 upgrades, and then you have a good deck. Yeah, Summoner Sending is also pretty decent. I would like things that are like, this is good if you go more creature heavy. This version of the deck, 36 creatures. So you can't cut any creatures. You have to keep exactly as many creatures as it already has. And then you've got something. It's just out of the box. It's not hot. We haven't gone over Witherbloom. We got to hit the manual ad break. And then chat by tippy typing. Tell me which one you want to hear next. We're going to go into the manual ad break, and then we'll do the next deck. I see Witherbloom, Quandrix, Prismari on YouTube. I see Prismari, Quandrix, Star Trek. Okay. Quandrix, Witherbloom, Prismari, Witherbloom. I'm seeing a lot of Witherblooms. So we will do Prismari next. I'm gonna go get some water. Silverquill goated can make more use out of Ariete than just stacks. Yeah, I really love the more proactive dickheadery that's going on in Silverquill this time. No, the only one I care about Silverquill. Yeah, you missed it. It's hot. Get it. It's hot and good and fun and upgradable. I will probably be making my own version of this. Violet the Yeen, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Spamton, personal question that I missed 12 minutes ago. I'm so sorry. Hey, Malthound, I have a really stupid idea for a custom card, but I'm not quite sure how to price it. Mana-wise, think you could help me out. So if you join the Discord is free to enter. We have a custom card section where people who are even better at designing Magic cards than I am can help you with it. If you want my help personally, we do paid custom card reviews most weeks, or we have channel point redeems as well. Which one of the commanders is least qualified to be a professor? I like that. Macy Hearts, I'm so sorry you didn't get that Smasher Pass. I'm not going to smash the Predator. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stand firm on my morals. Coward! Coward! I'm not car sexual. I'm sorry I don't see a Porsche 911 and purr. I don't enjoy driving. I don't. It's bad. I have to be crammed into the little seat. It's not fun. A Porsche, huh? That This one's not on me. This one is not on me. Oh, so if it's an ooze, it's fine, but a flagship, we draw the line? Yes, I draw the line at spikes. I'm a soft boy. I like squishy things. Okay? I will smash Flubber before a B-2 bomber. I don't think that should be surprising. Mauled, where do you think the new Turbulent lands are going to land price-wise? Definitely should be less than this. It's pretty good. For Commander, this basically says there's a cycle of lands that says this enters tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. These lands are those, but they are searchable. Searchable is a big plus, but they are only as good as the slow lands. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so it's these, but you can hit them with like Fetch, 3 Visits, Nature's Lore. So I'd expect them to be more than these, because these cannot be searched. So like $8 to $10. If the slow lands are all like... Oh, some of the slow lands are really cheap. Probably because this is in green, and they can fix really easily. Yeah, it looks like the ones... Oh no, Deathcap Glade is also a ton. Purposely Dense, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. These are only good if shocks are out of your budget. That's desperately untrue. Jomi, you've been a prodigious rage baiter. This is not your best work. I mean, they're certainly not better than a shock, but if you have a deck where you're considering playing a shock, you're probably considering playing these lands. Beast Moded Dragons, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Let's go. What did I say? Prismari? Yeah. She bad as fuck, first of all. I would let her kick me straight in the chest. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've cast an instant or sorcery, make an XX blue and red flying elemental, has haste, and it's as big as your biggest spell. We get determined iteration back. Fuck yeah. We have again half-hearted ramp. Fuck. That's the curve right there. Hold on. You may not like it, but this is what peak Is It financial responsibility looks like. We gotta go 2 mana bad counterspell, 4 mana gamble for my ramp. Me when I dig in my butt. Me when I dig straight in my butt. Trigonometry, thank you for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Welcome back to Dog Heaven. That's adorable. It does make me worried, but it is adorable. What's this curve? Sorry. What was the curve of the deck that worked? Just let me look. Okay, right? Oh no. And they did a fucking cost reduction game plan. That's okay. So I'm gonna do a PSA. Because even though I'm representing Silverquill, I do love Is It. This Is It commander is a really cool idea. This is the worst way you can try to do this thing. We are trying to pay for dummy expensive spells. You do not need a board wipeable creature who cost reduces by 1. You need a Worn Power Stone. Even more than this, you need pips. You need to be playing a Talisman on turn 2, a Firemind Vessel on turn 3. You need some motherfucking money, bro. Please. Okay, so I lose a lot of faith in the playability off of seeing that. I love that we have our boy Sad Robot, as always. So Muddle the Ever-Changing is our backup. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, Muddle becomes a copy of up to 1 target non-legendary creature you control until end of turn, except it has Myriad. I'm sorry, who? I'm sorry, what? Okay, it's we control. It's we control. So it's not like broken. That's sick as fuck. That's so cool. Okay, backup commander is better for this one. 3 cost reducers lets you cast the big stuff a lot cheaper. Okay, Sandrain, if we're gonna play that game, how much big stuff could you cast if you got 3 Firemind Vessels? Like the point about stuff like this is you're likely not going to be able to play 3 at the same time. Like I don't know how many we have in the deck. We have how many reducers do we have? 1. This Durger guy. Yeah. Oh, thank you, baby. So we have this Durger guy. Thank you. We have Stormcatch. We have Thunderclap Drake. You are not getting multiple. Maybe there's another one I'm missing too. We're not getting multiple. And this is fake mana. This is fake cash back that we cannot spend outside of the Macy's. And so we would much rather, the point is to double cast 5 bombs on the commander that only cares about the 1 most expensive spell you have cast every turn. Are we dead ass? Are we standing on that? Are we standing on the business of the point of the deck that cares about the singular most expensive spell you've cast this turn is to double cast 5 drops? I was not dead ass. Thank you, Titan. Thank you, Titan. I'll be right back. I'm getting my latte. All right. Now it is, as somebody who loves casting expensive spells, double casting 5 spells is fun. And I do think muddle copying a cost reducer is really funny. I think this is, we talked about this with the Lorwyn precons. I'm going to say this is the furthest apart the commander and backup commander are for the precons. Like, muddle does not fucking want to do what Rutha wants to do. It's kind of cute because you can make a myriading 8/8 and that will spread some damage around. But like a deck that you build for Muddle and a deck that you build for Rutha are so fucking far apart. And so that's probably going to make the precon feel a little bit confused because the two commanders in the precon are doing way different things. They're both cool though. Like I think it is worthwhile if you are an Izzet player to build a Rutha deck and build a Muddle deck and just let them be totally different decks. So anyway, sure, Brutaclad. Okay. This is a... Okay. What the fuck is Brazen Borrow doing? It's interaction, whatever. It's interaction. Magma Opus is really cute. Where's ours? So we have Abstract Performance. Ooh, Factor Fiction, but I get to free cast. That's pretty dope. That's fun. I love Aethergale. Blast Act, Chain Reaction. Creative Technique is very cute. That's what I'm talking about. We haven't done Witherbloom, Ira. Deep Analysis, like, hey, sucks, but is expensive for Rutha, sure. Fury Gale Flocking. Is this new or is this old? Costs 1 less for each instant and sorcery. For each opponent, make 2 3/3s with flying that attack until end of turn. New. Seems cool. I like this one. Mana Geyser, Replication Technique, right, sure. Okay, so I'm tweaking about 2 things. I'm tweaking about 2 things in my Mind Palace. I'm tweaking about actual ramp, and I'm tweaking about card draw. We have a couple like, oh man, I draw as many cards as I can fucking see. We don't seem to have that much of it. So I would be kind of worried about gassing out with this deck. So let's see, I get Soul Ring. Soul Ring 1 land. Chat, do we keep it? Yes or no, chat? 1 or 2? I'm not telling you what's 1, I'm not telling you what's 2. Yes or no, do we keep it? What's up, Razakath? I'm doing great. Of course, no, 1, N, 2, 2, 1, no, 1, 2, keep, no, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. It's a goddamn trick question. Where is it, players? We're gamblers! We're gamblers! We're keeping it. So land would come in tapped. I'm going to be respectful, because otherwise we're going to do the fucking turn 1 Soul Ring Talisman play. Holy shit, Temple of the False God! I tell everybody, call an ambulance, but not for me. And then I play out my 2 rocks. See, and here, this is where I'm tweaking. This is where, genuinely, this is what makes me fucking lose it. Because if this was Firemind Vessel, we are the happiest person in the entire world. If this is Worn Power Stone, if it's Thrawn Dynamo, if it's anything but a motherfucker who cost reduces by 1, we are chill. It could be another talisman. It doesn't even have to be a big rock. It's just the wrong type of ramp. We are not spell slinging. We are spell slanging. We are spell throwing it back big style. We are spell splooshing, brother. We require the big dumb mana rock. Spell slamming! Boss, what's the average mana value of instants and sorceries where you would want Stormcatch? You want a lot of 2 and 3 mana stuff. You want 2 and 3 mana stuff. If you're going to be playing Stormcatch Mentor, you want your deck to have 2 mana and 3 mana instants and sorceries, and you want to be aiming to play 2 or more every turn rotation. Because until you are doing that, it is less valuable to you than a mana rock. And you mostly want stuff that has 1 pip. Okay, so anyway, I'll stop tweaking. We can cast Rutha, because we have 4 mana. We can't cast Aethergale this turn, because this land is fake. So we only have 4 actual mana to play with. We only have 1 red pip to work with, so we also can't double spell this stuff. We just Veyron wait. Thank fuck. Alright. Veyron, Aethergale. I believe the way the triggers work, I do get 2 5/5 elementals. Yeah, now we have pips to work with. And now we can like kind of do stuff. But keep in mind, this is the Soul Ring start. The Soul Ring start is turn 5. We get to summon some creatures. So that hurts me deep. Okay, we have Soul Ring again. We have Temple of the False God. No, it's a combat trigger. But it's caused by... Okay, so... Oh my god, so Veyron doesn't even double it. That hurts me. Okay, I'll play a tap land. I play Temple of the False God, Soul Ring. Irutha. Orchard. Again with this fuck assery. I think I can get both of these out. I have 5 mana. I have 5 mana total. I need 3 pips. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. And now I get to Magma Opus. And Magma Opus will make me an 8/8. I will get to draw some cards. I get to make more elementals. Yeah. So this is feeling very similar to the Lorehold deck where, oh, you can really get something going. You have to swap like 10 cards. You're just not going to be... I mean, or if you're playing at a Precon table and the games are really, really slow, by the time you've hit your 5th land drop, you're probably fine. But this deck has an incredibly slow early game. So I would say, who should buy this deck? Who shouldn't buy this deck? Don't buy this deck if you're not a lucky person. Straight up. No play notes. It'll play itself. It'll be fun when it plays itself. If you're bad at gambling, don't buy this fucking deck. If you miss a land drop, you're cooked. If you don't hit one of the 3 mana rocks that are good in this deck, you're cooked. If you don't hit one of the 4 card draw spells they put in here, you're cooked. But if you do... What if I like gambling, but I'm bad at it? Doctor. I'd buy this deck for those reprints, LOL. I mean, yeah, from a financial standpoint, if you're willing to sell all the good reprints, you probably buy this deck whether you want to play it or not. And then you can keep the cards you do want. What's up, Tomu? Macy Heart's Rutha sees the cost you paid for X. So if you put 10 mana into an X spell, it had a mana value of 10. The commanders are very cool. Muddle is my goat. I love Muddle. Wants a totally different deck. What was the Quiche Peanemis of the Lorehold deck? Megumi Fushiguro type shit, brother. Has so much potential, does not really achieve it. you need more graveyard exile enablers, and you need to be more able to get your commander. Would you play Muddle and VV Stompy? All right, you're VIP now. I don't know how that works or what that does, but that. Oh. Oh. Who dies? Who dies? I definitely can't cut a land. I definitely can't cut a land. Get Prom's a lame card. I kind of want to cut that. I can't cut the Mioja. I could cut Seeing Winds. I could cut this Miojin, but he's still been very funny when I do get to cast him. Okay, we'll try it. Cut the 6-mana dragon with the Omen. We can't because it's so bad. Like, the heart and soul of this deck are the terrible dogshit cards. If I can't cut terrible dogshit. I need the terrible dogshit. The terrible dogshit is the breath that gives me life. Like, I need to be able to show people, like, oh, I'm about to take a big VV turn, skimming strike. Let me shuffle my library real fast. Get skimmed on. Dumbass. See you next week. Yeah, Meringue River Regent is not terrible dog shit. The more I've played the deck, the more I've been like, oh, Meringue River Regent is crazy heat. But Muddle can't copy VV? Yeah, but Muddle can copy everything in here. Imagine 3 of these, McPorton. Imagine... Oh, cloning, trumpeting Carnosaur, my beloved. Sapphire Dragon is bad, isn't it? Brother, I'm beginning to think you don't understand the point. Brother. Yes. Yes, it is. It's so bad. But it's also fierce guardianship that I have to pay for. Oh. Oh, it's so good. He's so ass. I love this guy. Oh man, I become the monarch twice every combat. It doesn't change anything. I get no additional triggers, but every combat I become the monarch 2 more times. Fuck you. Yeah, favorite deck in the world. It's thank you for the Muddle suggestion. Yeah, Muddle's hot. Muddle is hot. Okay, we're gonna do another short manual ad break, and then we will do Witherbloom, and then finish up with Quandrix. You should add Echo Casting Symposium. Oh, that's pretty good. Paradigm's pretty dope. I like Fixed Epic. I feel like I doubled the Sapphire Dragon population on EDH when I kept it. Was one person at a time. We are gonna convert believers. I feel like Epic was more fun. Maybe, but it was also unplayable. Like I've looked at so many decks where people tried to ask me like, Mald, how do I make this deck work? It's built around an epic spell, and I have to go like, shh, shh, shh. Look at the pretty flowers. We're not talking about magic now. We're talking about you now. Did you have a pet dog when you were growing up? Got sick, didn't it? And one day it had to go to a farm. Buddy, do you want to go to a farm? Then bang, 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 bang. Like, it just doesn't, Epic just doesn't work. Paradigm can kind of work. What is happening? I just got here. We're deep in the vamping. We're deep in the vamping. There is a Harmonic Prodigy in the Prismari deck, but neither of the commanders works with it. Hold on, how much money is it? That's why. I mean, like, straight up, this is good. I have for a really long time ignored engaging with the financial side of Magic. Like, I haven't felt I had the expertise necessary to talk about. I don't play too many, or I don't buy too many Magic cards, but like, as much as we want to drag Hasbro's consumer relations, this is a very good practice for Magic consumers. Like, oh, Harmonic Prodigy is in the Precon, but it doesn't work with the commanders. Do you know what that is? That is a $15 rebate in your Precon. That's super positive. Like, whether you keep the card and you use it in a deck that you were gonna buy the card for, or you sell the card, or you trade the card, yeah, land tax, Emeria, like, it's Wizards being like, hey, are you willing to sell 3 cards? This Precon is free. That's so good. That's so, from like, oh, I'm a customer of Magic, that's such a fucking good deal. Do you want to sell these 3 cards the deck doesn't really care about that much? Free deck. And then the card becomes $2. Yeah, and the world keeps on spinning and everyone's happier. The card becomes $2 because it's in a Precon. That is normally the opposite of what happens, I think. Unless there's like, it's only printing ever is in a Precon. Cards that are Precon exclusives will sometimes stay inflated, but like, if the price drops over time because they do that, good. Then everybody gets to afford Magic cards, and the drop is not instantaneous. Like, not everybody will be able to get that rebate, but it's there. Okay, let's talk Witherbloom. Pestilence. This is Dina, a 3-mana 2/3. When you sack a creature, draw a card. Ability triggers only once each turn. 2-mana sack a creature. You gain X life and put X +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the sacrificed creature's power. Show me either of these guys. Either of these motherfuckers. No! Fuck. Well, at least you know what the upgrade path is. What do you think this is, a Zeatora deck? Kind of. Gain X life, put X +1/+1 counters? A little bit. We do have Beladros Witherbloom, who's Witherbloomy as shit, I guess. We got some removal, because I'm a hater, for sure. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sack X creatures, destroy X non-land permanents. Why doesn't Wizards of the Coast want me to play Magic with my girlfriend? Why? What did I do that they sat down and said, "Yeah, we got to make this shit a hostile environment for him. We got to ruin this motherfucker's life." What'd you make? 5 pests? Oh, you made some worms? Yeah, I don't deserve to have anything anymore. That's my fault, actually. Why is the ramp atrocious? I don't know, dog. Probably because what's the curve? Curve's not that high. You just like land drop into utility pieces. Oh god, I saw, okay, I'm seeing every like aristocrat highlight reel. White of the Reliquary, very good card. Sack Outlet, Ayo. Exsanguinate on a creature. So chill. Hey, I'm very glad we don't have good ramp in this deck. I'm so happy. Smothering Abomination is extremely funny. At the beginning of your end step, make a number of 1/1 black and green creature tokens equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on this creature. They have when this token dies, you gain 1 life. Give me Yargle. Give me... Okay. So... And then Michaeloth too. Guillaume for no fucking reason. Is this the backup commander? Gorma. Lifelink. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a counter on Gorma. Non-token creatures you control enter with an additional +1/+1 counter on them for each creature that died under your control this turn. That is very cute. I don't think that's better than Dina, but that is downright adorable. Okay, this is another pest maker. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses X, where X is the amount of life you gained. I get life on combat damage, which is cute. Bog Beast. Okay. And fucking God, Blood Artist. This is very Golgari.deck. I think if you are a Golgari player, definitely fine. It seems like 3 decks in a trench coat to me. It seems like I have, okay, aristocrat, like basic aristocrat loops. And then I'm also doing sack big stuff. Okay. And then I'm also doing, oh hey, life gain also cool. And I don't think any of those parts fail to work. But like you could definitely shave those and tunnel in on the stuff you actually cared about, and you would get probably a more harmonious version of this. Because let's see, all right. Me when I'm viscerating. I play a land. I curve out. I play Soul Ring because I'm evil. I get my commander. So now I like Creekwood Liege. Turn 4. On my upkeep, make a creature, sack a creature, draw 1, scry 1. That's fucked up. I don't think I need you for a Moxfield playtest. Draw the card. Play the cool new land. I did gain life this turn, so I play this guy. And then I wait. So I have a pretty good engine set up. It's just not... And like, I'm not an aristocrats guy. So part of that is just that I don't vibe with this playstyle. I think, here's the notes for this deck. If you love Factorio, get this deck right now. This is just dirty Factorio. This is mud-covered Factorio. But like it appears to be Factorioing. I have, on turn 5, the synergy pieces to make a new pest every turn, sacrifice the pest to scry 1, draw a card, gain life, which will give me a new spell to make a new pest, to sacrifice, to scry 1, to draw a card. So yeah, we're playing Magic. Do I get a job with this degree? Every city needs garbage people. Sanitation is thriving. You'll always get hired in sanitation. Of course you get a job. But you are shoveling shit. Doesn't enter prepared. So I have to wait till my next upkeep. I have a token now. And then see, like, this is where we could do something crazy. Oh, we kind of can. This guy's a 5/5. So he's a 7/7. We go 2, 3, 4, 5. Kill you. Put all your counters onto this guy. Make 7 pests on end step. And then I'm probably chilling. Yeah, I have a Blood Artist too. I just point the gun at you. So maybe even the most functional. I think it's hard to make a determination about that versus Silverquill, because we're doing a Moxfield playtest and it's not an actual game. This seems highly functional, not very inspiring. Like it will play well out of the box, but you're gonna have to come up with the special sauce to make it cool. Is there a $30? Is there like a crazy reprint in here? You have Guillaume, who's apparently a crazy reprint. We have Aura and Frostfang. So there's not a $30 card, but there is... Okay, every new Strixhaven card is $1 million. Ooh, the sacking is a combat trick. That's a good idea. Oh, Toxic Deluge, $7. Okay. So there's no like one-off $30 card, but like lots of decent stuff. This one feels the least seasoned of the decks. I want to agree, but I don't know if that's just like the bitchy Orzhov player in me wanting to assume that the Witherbloom players are boring. Like it feels unseasoned because it feels like it has more veggies than all the other decks. Like the other decks were missing robust synergy loops in favor of, hey, go look at this cool card. And Witherbloom seems to have more like, goddamn, look at how reliable and responsible we are. We have we do not participate in monocrop agriculture. We have been nitrogen fixing this soil for 9 months before we planted this pestussy. So like it's cool for that. If this was, I think this is also a very good like baby's first Golgari deck. If you are like tried and true Golgari player, you probably just pick up a few of the coolest one-offs. But if you haven't played Golgari before, great introduction. Any cool recommendations for this deck? Right now. Yargulin Multani, anything with high power. The cactus is very funny, actually. The cactus is really funny. What is his name again? I can't remember him. You don't have to go the high power route. That's just what I think is coolest. They didn't ask me like, hey, what is the most functional thing you could do? I think it was Any cool recommendations for this deck? The cool, fun recommendation is give me big power. You said this was the most functional. I'd personally beg to differ. Maybe I got really unlucky, but I found myself struggling to hit my land drops or get my engine pieces out in a reasonable amount of time. I usually don't play unmodified precons, but this one genuinely interested me enough to try it. Maybe it's playtest diffed, because I kept one hand. I wouldn't keep this. That's my freebie. I don't hate this one, but I really don't love it either. I would risk it for this one, because I have a piece of removal and a card draw engine. Lands not on top. I'm so... Lands on top. Okay, so I have sack outlet. I have card draw engine. I can play my commander, but I don't need to. Play Pest Rescuer. Upkeep, I would make a pest. Signet, shoot the biggest problem. Draw a card, play my land. And then I have a pest right now. I kind of want to be a freak. I think I'm going to be a freak. On somebody else's turn. No, I wouldn't do it on someone else's turn. So I would go bam. Dina. Priest, Morbid Opportunist, and the Pest go away. Everybody gets edicted. I had 2 black, I draw a card. I also draw a card for sacking a creature. Using the 2 black, I play this. I throw my 2/2 Death Toucher, draw another card. I think it's just the least, like... It's the least impressive of when you're doing the thing. It doesn't seem to me like it really struggles to do the thing that much. It just feels like when it does the thing, it's not very assuming. I think I'd keep that on top. These all enter tapped, so I'd play, another tapped land. Tap land, Nether Trader. This card is very slow. This hurts me. I think there's a couple like big clunky cards in here, like these two, or these 3 actually. So there's a lot of 4 and 5 drops where we're not ramping, and because we're not ramping, it can hurt us pretty bad. We do tap out for this guy. Sack Nether Trader, draw a card for sacking. He has 1 counter, I get 1 pest. But now I have a chump blocker. Go to my next turn. Depending on what I think the removal situation is, I then immediately feed him. Draw a card. And now I have like a million pests. Okay. I sacked them all to Michaeloth. So, like, you get there. It's turn 7. That's about right for casual bracket 2. It's a lot weaker, or it's a lot less aggressive than the Turtles Precon. The Turtles Precon was like, hey, turn 4, turn 5, I'm curving out and you're dying. This definitely doesn't keep up with that. But it does do the Golgari thing, or it's at least done the Golgari thing when we're playtesting it. So yeah, solid. I would call that... That is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich out of 10. That, hey, does it. And yes, shout out. This is one of the precons where you actually want the dragon in it. This would be good. This would be good in the precon. It'd be fun. Would it be perfect? No. Would it be like a combo win? Fuck no. But it would be an okay time. You would be happy. What do you think about Maze's End? You're banned. That's what I think. Asking me fucked up questions. Asking me fucked up questions. Hey man, what do you think about killing people with gardening? I showed up for a wizard duel. What do you mean your plan is to ask me for directions until I fall over and die out of boredom? I've seen you on this block 4 times. I know you're following me. I know I've got my hoochie shorts on and I look good. Don't take a picture. It's not gonna last long. We have beef now. We could have been 2 ships passing in the night, appreciating each other's ephemeral beauty on this little rock spinning in the sky. But no, you had to ask me, oh man, do you know where Hofri's Bakery is? I'm not from around here. You are from around here, Jaden. I saw you at the LGS. What's wrong with you? Have a bad life. Sir Hayes, thank you for the drink water redeem. Okay, Kiwi, you're back. Thank you for participating in that very dumb bit. Hey, I love my 9 fingers Gates deck. I'm sure you do. Crazy. Accurate. Genuinely might take this apart and rebuild it into something I like a bit better in paper. Bare minimum, I'm going to at least brew with its pieces and take out the stuff I dislike. Yes, it is a little bit, it's spread pretty thin across gain life, sack little shitters, sack bigger stuff. So it's a little bit spread thin. Okay, and then last but not least, let's check out Quandrix Unlimited. So we have Zimone, who says, the first spell you cast with X in its mana cost each turn costs 1 less to cast for each +1/+1 counter on Zimone. I'm fine. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? Hydras are actually cool, and I don't fucking hate them. Unbound Flourishing? Yeah, man. Hardened Scales? Yeah, man! I'm doing a little too much. Whenever you cast your first spell with X in its mana cost each turn, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Zimone. Of course, yeah. Why? Why would we even need to work for that? Like, why would? I mean, like, if I was gonna play a 3-mana commander, I would want it to pay for all my shit, and I would want to make sure that that discount auto happened because I played any card in my hand. Yeah. All right, Astral Cornucopia is fire, unfortunately. What the fuck is a Brass Infiniscope? Add 2 colorless. When you cast a spell with X, draw a card, gain half X life rounded down. Low-key, Prismari deck wants this more than they do. Low-key. I will be proven right in time. The world is not ready to hear me yet. The Prismari deck is going to use that better than this deck. Okay, you cast an X spell, get a little treat, sure. Get patted on the ass, Fractal Harness, Soul Ring. Move counters around. Sure. Okay, instant speed X spells are pretty cute. We want to be able to pay 0, like we want to be able to hold up a very small amount of mana to trigger Zimone on other people's turns. Mauld, please look at Yavimaya Bloom Sage. I need to see a reaction. Unfortunately for you, I've seen them already. So 1, smash. 2, not that good. Sorry, no wojacking. Card is mid. Which is great. That's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing that they put one of the most fucked up spells in all of Commander on a card, and they were able to make it mid. That's so beautiful. That's like, that should make everybody smile so wide. Like we got to put channel back on a card and it's not broken anymore. Holy fuck. I love whoever did this. I love whoever did this. This is like the greatest success in all of Midness that I have ever seen in Magic. Okay, put a counter on a creature, choose odd or even, return each creature with power to the chosen quality to its owner's hand. I love making people count. I love making people count. All right, before we even go into the playtest, I'm going to say, Quandrix, I haven't been doing this well. Who should buy this? Because again, we want to have tasting notes. Anybody who was bullied by their middle school math teacher. That's who. If you have a spiritual childhood injury that was done to you by somebody who tried to convince you that you were stupid because you didn't understand integrals, this deck will heal you. You have been hurt. You have been done wrong unnecessarily by bad math teachers. This deck is here to make you feel good at math again. And I'm going to counterspell every fucking thing you do. What do we... All right, no X spells, just lands. We'll draw it, surely. Land, pass. Land, quench something. Rock. Simone. Surely I will hit a spell that means something soon. Sure. Simone! I tap her. Oh, thank God we finally got an X spell. Okay, so, well, I guess God hates this deck. That's good to know. All right, now we have... We get the Soul Ring open. We play a tap land. We play Simone. We Fabled Passage for... I can't get Temple. For this. And we can go... Ooh, we get to open the way. Open the way for 2 mana. I get Hinterland Harbor. I get a forest. On someone else's turn, I could draw 1. I don't think I will, because I don't think that's going to be enough cards in my hand. But I could draw 1 to trigger her again. Bro played Simone with nothing. Oh, shoot. I thought I could filter colorless into this. So you have to wait till turn 2. This all happens on turn 4. Does enter tapped? Oh, never mind. Then I couldn't do that. Just Sharpie the tapped off this card, JJ. Pro tip, if you want your lands to enter untapped, take any of the cards that make them enter tapped and just black out the tapped part. Then you're good. We get our boy Primo. So this is 2 less. So I'm going to say X equals 5, which means it's a 6 mana spell, means I have to pay 4. I pay 4. No, I pay 4 mana, X equals 5. I get to draw a card, blow something up. Sick. I put counters on. On someone else's turn, I go, let's see, I have 7 mana to spend, X equals 4. Go up to 6. Go to my next turn. And now I'm just like shitting on it. Now I'm just shitting on it crazy style. Put counters on, fractal harness on them. I think we go like hardened scales. Yeah, now we're in Jesse we have to cook territory. We can, I mean, we can go like tap, 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 3 mana, Primo for X equals 6, which would give him 12, which gives him 13. So for 3, I play a 3 mana 13, 13, and I go up to 8 counters on her because she gets 2 every time I fucking do this. Holy fuck. Pass to somebody else's turn, exile your whole board. Oh, 3 counters now because I have hardened scales. My god. Okay. She gets shot at that point? Yeah, for sure. But we've been playtesting all of these decks with the generosity of like, if you get to do the thing, how good does it look? I think people want, like, I don't think it is, I know I'm normally just a shit poster. I don't think it's helpful from a review standpoint if all I do is go like, well, you were gonna do this cool thing, but pew pew pew, somebody fucking shot your commander so you don't do anything this whole game. Burn the deck. Burn the fucking deck. I think of all the commanders, this is probably the one that is going to get targeted the most. This looks... Yeah, resilience is still part of the review, but I want to be a little bit even-handed about it. I don't just want to assume like, oh, well, actually, you don't do anything because they fucking bully you. To talk about the resilience, I think this is one of the more bullyable ones. This looks supremely good once you begin stacking counters up, but like if we did not get to stroke crazy style, we would have gassed out really bad. It would have been very rough if we didn't have stroke of genius. So I think figuring out what else can I do? What else can I do to draw cards? How many are there any other like X mana protection spells I can put in? Because protecting her with an X spell and then tapping out for, or pseudo tapping out for a really big X spell on your turn seems like the play pattern you want. You really want to have a lot of like Silk Guard, Tyvar's Last Stand. I don't know the other ones because I play cool cards. Ground in Dreams is not what I'm thinking of. Oh, it doesn't counter. Yeah, X cost counter spells. Is this an even the score deck? I wouldn't. It had like you could. You could. I don't think you need to. Yeah, get Syncopate. I mean, it seems to work the best so far. I don't think that's true. I think Quandrix is the highest variance one. Highest variance on the part of your opponents. Quandrix, because it is Simic, and Simic is like, what if every turn I double everything I'm doing and then give it to the next person? And the next person is also me. Quandrix is the most, if people let you get away with it, you're going to be doing the most. If people don't let you get away with it, you are the worst at then making it happen. Like Witherbloom, you can try to shoot the first thing Witherbloom does, they're going to be fine. You can pressure Lorehold a little bit, they're going to be able to recur. Prismari is not going to be doing enough for you to shoot them in the first place. Silverquill has a low enough curve, they're just going to keep playing other shit. Like, all the other decks can kind of keep playing through a little bit of hate. This deck, you either have the counterspell when they go for you, or you can really get run over. But if you took it and you upgraded the protection, you probably go crazy. Just a few more of like of Tyvar stands or Stroke of Geniuses. Maltad has a weird pattern of like you want to dump mana into X spells, but you also have to play some low cost, low impact ones to get them going, and the Precon doesn't seem to have enough of the X spells you'd feel fine playing for 0 or 1. Yeah, but I think that's okay because she stacks 2 on her when you do it. You just throw 1 away. Like straight up, you throw away mana. Like you just accept. Zimone says, I'm a great commander. As an additional cost to cast me, you have to discard an X spell. That is how you should view her. Like in fact, I think looking for things that you want to pay 1 or more for is a trap with her. I think you only want things that it feels good to pay like 4 or more. And then you want to just accept the first one you draw every game is a throwaway to start the engine. Like, I think if you look for, oh, where's my really efficient X spell where it's going to be fine that I cast them for X equals 1, I'm still going to feel good about it, it's going to lead to you picking overall worse cards. Hydras are not a trap here. Hydras are not a trap at all. That cost reduction is so fucked up. Like, you need instant speed stuff too, but you want instant speed stuff and you want then fewer instant speed things. Nyxborn Hydra reduced by 8 mana. Not a trap. Not a trap, even kind of. Goldvein Hydra. Not a trap. A warm, inviting home. There are no spikes in this pit. It is just a waterbed. Goldvein Hydra's not in the deck. You would want to upgrade it with the... No. It's not in the deck. It's not in the deck. It's not in the deck. It's what you can put in the deck. Oh, wait. Hold on. It is? Wait a minute. Oh my god, they put it in the deck. Yeah, Goldvein Hydra's in the deck. Holy shit. Fuck yeah. Me when I'm lying. Me when I am metaphorically a crack smoker who does not tell the truth. Satan found in hell. More news at 7. Visha Ringtail, thank you for the 2 months of tier 1. Welcome back to the dog home. What's up? It's your girl. Obvious persona name. More power to you. And then FFX Fenrir, thank you for the Prime sub. I'm sorry I missed that when you did it. I appreciate the generosity. Is Wan Shi Tong silly stupid? Yes. This card is good everywhere. It is even better here. What do you think of Primo, the second commander? Let me find him again. Enters twice X. When one or more creatures you control with base power 0 deal combat damage, make a fractal token. Put counters on it equal to the damage. Fun, extremely narrow. If you anybody who thinks if you think Zimone is boring and you think Primo would be more exciting, I am going to burst your bubble. I think Primo is more fun if you really want to do aggro and combat tricks. That is all you can do. That is it. So if you like that narrow slice of the pie, you will love Primo as a backup commander. But if you look at Zimone and you're like, ah, she's too basic, do not go near Primo. Yeah, he benefits a lot from Zimone's discount. These two are actually... These two are probably work the best together out of all the, like, commanders and backup commanders. Like, you are... the Silverquill ones work together really well, too. But this is, like, one of the backup commanders you are the happiest to draw, like, turn 6 of a game. Yeah, no, it's not better than Scriv and Killian. Scriv and Killian are a really good pair. So if I were to rank the pairings of like how good the face commander and the backup commander work together, I would say Silverquill is probably at the top. Quandrix is right after that. I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Silverquill at the top. Quandrix is right after that. Then it's Lorehold. Then it's Witherbloom. And then it's Prismari down at the bottom. I still believe in the Prismari Dream. You should. They just reprinted a bunch of stuff you don't actually want in the deck. Like, you just don't... Like, is Thunderclap Drake an expensive card? Yeah, it's like, hey, they reprinted Thunderclap Drake. It's good that they reprinted that. Is this guy expensive? No, this guy's dog shit. They should not have done this one. Who's the other one? And it's like, oh yay, we get the Harmonic Prodigy reprint. Oh yay, we get the Fairy Mastermind reprint. How would you make Witherbloom more interesting, Mauled? Big creature route or something else? I was thinking more pest synergies. Me, because I'm not typically an Aristocrats player, I would probably be doing big creature route. I would probably be doing sack big thing to get other big thing, like big swings versus gradual value accrual that a lot of Witherbloom, that a lot of like black green players just want to do. There was not any new your spells have lifesteal stuff in new Lorehold, I don't think. Prismari was the reprint sacrificial lamb. Yeah, kinda. Does the Witherbloom deck work better with the old pests or the new pests? Old pests. I think they generally prefer stuff that triggers on death versus to just on attack. Also, by the way, I don't normally get this annoyed about minor changes. The fact that we now have two different kinds of pest token that have the same name but do different things, and the difference in what they do is mechanically relevant, makes me want to scream a little bit. It makes me want to grab a pillow and scream a little bit. Also, Crazy Miner and Moffle Manzi, thank you for the Twitch follows. Welcome to the doghouse, my new friends. I didn't even notice they were different. What do they do? There's just now one flavor of pest token that is a 1/1 green and black pest that gains you 1 life when it dies, and another one that gains you 1 life when it attacks. Is it the first time I think of like Vigilant Samurai versus Double Strike Samurai? I think that's less annoying to me because those are very different keywords. They are both combat keywords, but it's more akin of like if they had a samurai that was like, this samurai has double strike. This samurai has double strike on your turn. And those were different things. Like, that's how close it feels to me. Because they both, hey, it's a 1/1 green and black pest. It gains you 1 life. The only difference is exactly when it gains you that 1 life. Both can be used very well, for sure. I don't think it'll be so annoying. Like, ultimately, it's not going to be a big deal. It's, in the grand scheme of the world, it's not that deep. But man, do I just wake up some mornings and just go... We couldn't name them Poosts. What do you mean they gain life on attack? Where do you see this? I swear to God, where did I... Maybe I hallucinated this and it's not a problem at all. But I swear I read a card. I like shook. Read a card 5 more times. No, look at new Lewin. Let me find him. Ah, yeah, there it is. Whenever this token attacks, you gain 1 life. Yeah, they're main set cards, not the precon cards, but like they're still gonna go. There's going to be cross pollination. Lewin was right there. Am I just fucking blind? Oh, Teacher's Pest has it too. Why can't I see this guy? No, I'm typing in Lewin. He's not in this precon. I'm being fucked with. Okay, I'm being gaslit. I'm being gaslit by multiple people right now. This is a coordinated attack on my brain. We have, let's see, we have Envy. No, it was in the search. Yeah, it was in the search. No, he's not. Okay, so he's not in the precon because they did not want to confuse precon players. They did not want to confuse people. So if you buy the precon out of the box only has Death Pest. Stuff in the set has Attack Pest. And so when you go to cross-pollinate the precon with stuff from the main set, then you will get this confusion. But they did do the due diligence of like, oh fuck, okay, we have these 2 different types of pest. Let's not mix them in one set, in one deck. Ah, you saw Kirol in the Lorehold precon, and so you assumed, making an ass out of you and me. Well, goodbye forever, Alec, man. Truly a disaster. Kyprus Zyrus, thank you for the Twitch follows. Welcome to the doghouse, my friends. We couldn't call the death ones Witherpest or something. I'm still down with Poosts. We got pests, we got Poosts. Why do the ones that gain life on attack, why are they called Poosts? Because they're poosting up on you. They're poosterizing you. Makes sense to me. Maybe just me, but I don't see any other card that have Attack Pest other than Lewin. They may not be spoiled yet. I don't know how many there are. I just know that it exists. They should have made them have a second creature type at least. I don't really think so. I like, again, ultimately, I think it's okay. This is me doing like old man yelling at cloud shit. Okay, Nicolaitis is saying eccentric pest finder in the precon makes attack pests. Mauled, I would bet my life on this. Mauled, I would bet you the only photo of my family that I have, you can do with it whatever you want if I'm wrong. Okay, let's check. I'll send you my P.O. box, Nico. Of the main set College Dragons, which do you want to build a deck for? Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Come on, Scryfall. I'm doing something here. I'm doing some. How's your day, guys? Who's been having a good morning? Razageth, that's not on my Patreon. There is a channel point redeem to get a custom card done on Twitch, or you can pay $15 for an on-demand one, or You can wait for me to do a custom card review stream, which I do most Thursdays, usually with a partner, and you can get them for free then too. Wait for it. Okay, actually, what's happening? You have not missed customs. Is there any time other than Thursdays for custom card review streams? Thursday is my magic night. Unfortunately for you, there is not another time in my schedule that works well to do the full stream. You are welcome to save up a channel point redeem to get the free one. You are welcome to pay $15 to get the on-demand one. But the streams are going to keep happening on Thursdays. There we go. This guy, this evil motherfucker. The reason I want to build a deck for him is, for me, I hate building decks with removal because one-off removal always feels so bad. I think he will, one, make that feel better, and then number two, because everything will have casualty 1, I think what's going to be very fun is in kind of the same way that I do for VV Stompy, where I pick like really big, like really expensive and bad cards. White Black is not known for like big instants and sorceries outside of like board wiping or winning the game with Torment of Hailfire. And so what I really want to do is like, what are the 4 to 7 mana? What are the 4 to 7 mana big instants and sorceries that I turn a Bitter Blossom token into? You can double Breach for sure. But Breach is like too good of a card. Like I want, again, I want to build the Silverquill deck because I want to find the Sphinx Ambassador of White Black. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for like, oh yeah, this would be good. Oh yeah, like this would probably win the game. I'm like, this is bad. This is not a good card. People don't play this. Double Adnaz easy. So we want to go like all the way to the back. Galadriel's Dismissal would phase out 2 people's boards. Yeah, that would be cool. Noi, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Yeah, slay, cunty accountant, slay. Indeed. Indeed. Damn, Scryfall is like... The Bloomborough seasons would be pretty good. It would be very funny to do, okay, Farewell. 1 copy is the first 2 modes, 1 copy is the second 2 modes. Driven by Glory and that pig. Thank you for the Twitch follow. So what we're doing now is I have reverse sorted by EDHREC rank. So we are looking at the statistically least played expensive instants and sorceries across all of White and Black. Late game, this would make 2 people scoop. 2 of you, hands down, right now. Boss, what are your thoughts on this round of Mystical Archives so far? Super good. Sick. 10 out of 10. No notes. Truly incredible. Are you fucking joking me, Scryfall? When are you ditching League of Legends for Valve's new hotness, Deadlock? Soon, actually. I'm gonna. So here's the deal. Me and 33 Elk, who, if you watch YouTube content, you may be obliquely aware of their stuff. Me and 33 Elk are gonna do a Deadlock stream. I have internally a viewer goal. Come on, dog. I have internally a viewer goal for what is like, this is good enough that I can keep trying to do it. If we hit that, I'm going to keep doing it. If we don't hit that, I'm not going to do it. That's it. Embrace Gatherer. I kind of do have to embrace Gatherer. When's that stream, Big Dog? You will see an announcement about it. This week is fucked because I'm filming a new... Z and I are filming a new bigger project with Veggie, which I'm very excited about. I also, thanks to all of you... Hold on, let me go to my... I promise we'll get back to Magic in a moment. So many of you bought the on-demand Commander deck review. It was incredibly generous. It is doing a lot to provide financial stability for Z and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And more of you did it than I thought. So I have to spend a fair amount of the next 3 days making sure I'm on top of these, because I don't want people to be waiting a long time for these. And I have these as well. So I have I got a lot of decks to look at. All right, where's Advanced Search? Give me some dog shit. Mana value 4 to 10. I don't want exactly. Is there a way I can pick? Or actually, I can exclude. I can exclude these, yeah. There we go. Okay, so we don't have the EDH rec rank sorting. But we could do Siphon Mine. They would, God, they would hate me. Silverquill makes Siphon Mind such a good card. I rip 6 cards out of the table, and I draw 6. Holy fuck, dog. Isn't that just Kefka with haste? You say, Kefka with haste isn't CEDH viable. What? Yeah, it is. Bro said, isn't that just Vivi with curiosity? What are we freaking out about? Jamothy, I am normally a Twinning Staff hater. For Silverquill, yes, you should be playing Twinning Staff. I think if you are not playing Twinning Staff, you are making a mistake in the Silverquill deck. Wait, hold on. Wait. Let me cook for a second. Behold the Beyond, copy it. I search for the 3 best reanimation targets in my deck. The first copy resolves. I have my 3 best reanimation targets. I discard them. I tutor for 3 of my most efficient reanimator spells. That's what I want, bro. That's... That's not bracket 4. That's bracket 2, bracket 3. But that's so fun to me. That's so fun. I've seen Cruel Entertainment. I don't think I want to do it. I don't think I want to do it with this deck because controlling other people's turns is just such a feels bad. For 7 mana and the life of an innocent man, that's not great. I think it is. Because it's effectively entomb 3 times, and then tutor 3 things. Elk Man, probably no custom stream this week. Why does Elk love doing it then? The last time I talked to Elk, they were like, yeah, I cut this. Spoiled cards are okay for the challenge. Yes, Brackish Brit. And then for anybody that has not heard of it or is not prepared for it, this Saturday and Sunday, we are still doing another Commander deck building challenge. It is Planeswalkers, but no Planeswalkers. Hold on. Because people have been really confused about it, I want to provide a little bit more guidance. When I say Super Friends but no Planeswalkers, what I mean by that is the spirit of Super Friends. What I believe to be the spirit of Super Friends is we are generally combat avoidant. We are annoying. We induce choice paralysis. We win by drowning you. We have strong lore connections. And you don't have to do all of these things. It's just if you're really not, if you like super don't do one of them, you have to make sure you're making up for it in the rest of it. So is trying to build Super Friends from a pure mechanical perspective a no-go? No, but you will have difficulties doing it without Planeswalkers. If you think like, hey, I have made a 1-to-1 mechanical representation of Super Friends, but I don't use a single Planeswalker, give it a shot. What if we use our primer to explain what we think the essence of Super Friends is? Please do that. Understand that I may disagree with you. Super Friends as 5-color desparked Planeswalkers slop. I have seen that before. You will not make it past round 1. 100% you won't. Ooh, wait. Contract killing. Are we allowed to run Planeswalkers if they fit the theme? Dog, I believe in you. I believe in you. Perhaps. Mauled, I need advice. I'm going to 2 pre-releases and 1 box is definitely going to be Silverquill, but I can't decide between Lorehold and Witherbloom. I don't normally like Golgari, but I've been loving the spoilers. Do Witherbloom. Use this as an opportunity to branch out. Is explaining the concept of these contests 86 times a stream a pain point of these contests? Pain point of the contest, LMAO? Genuinely, no. People have asked me this about a lot of different things. Like, oh, Maul, don't you get really tired of explaining this thing over and over again? The only reason it bothers me is because I have such bad jaw pain, and so it hurts to talk. Like, I would say right now I'm like at about a 5 or 6 out of 10 on the jaw pain scale, which is actually pretty normal for this late into stream. And when I say 5 or 6 out of 10, I mean I can still talk. I'm struggling to. The primary thought in my mind is how much my jaw hurts and then it's all the other stuff I'm talking about. There are going to be no gotchas this time, Brackish Brit. But anyway, the reason it doesn't bother me is I just take that as like people are excited about it. Yeah, people are excited about it. They don't keep up with everything I post. Why would they? I'm thrilled that people are interested enough in it to come ask me for more info. Are we allowed to use band cards for the purposes of theme? You can try. You will have to. One of the goals of these competitions is you make a deck that is playable at your LGS. So you have to be able to justify why I would let you do it. I feel like the only strat that doesn't involve attacking is aristocrats. Am I dumb? No. I would urge you to widen your thinking. When I say don't focus on combat, it doesn't mean you can never go to combat. It just means that your primary goal should not be combat damage. There are a ton of cards like Nightveil Spectre goes to combat, does a thing. The primary goal is not the damage. The primary goal is robbing you. So think about it that way. Just like the scary thing about the deck should not be combat damage. What if we just use combat to close the game? It will be nearly impossible to advance to round 2 if you are using Craterhoof, Moonshaker, or any overrun effect. Maybe you will surprise me. It's not banned. But if your deck is winning via go wide overrun, the scary thing is combat damage. Flat out. So Aragorn, Hornburg, Hero would very likely have you Vine Boomed. Yeah, you would probably get cooked instantly for this. What's funny is my actual Super Friends deck wins with overrun effects. Too bad. Too bad. Is it possible for a deck that disgusts you to win, or do you basically have to like it? I would be shocked if I liked the deck that won this contest. Part of the reason I was drawn to this suggestion for the theme story is because I dislike Super Friends. I want this contest to, because I think in the Stompy contest, people got too concerned with what I like. And I want this contest to help prove I can hate what you have done. But if you have done it well and you have done it faithfully, you can still win. Me wanting to play your deck personally is not a prerequisite. I can want to set your deck on fire. Doesn't matter. Jamothy, link for this is in my Discord, which is free to enter. It's in the announcement section. Oh yeah, Soul Ring's still banned. Soul Ring's always banned. Okay, and then, last but not least, let's look at whatever Wizards sent. What this? We have a lot of bubble wrap. Ooh! You know, this is probably just the standard Strixhaven bag, but this feels very Loreholdy, right? This looks like I'm an archaeologist. It looks like it looks like I pay too much for coffee and dig in a yard all day. Okay, little button clasp and a zipper. Too secure. Too secure for an archaeologist now. So, yeah, we got the fake buckle, dude. All right, we got long box. We got more foam. You guys, they actually sent me a quill. Wait a minute. No, in before quill, they actually sent me a quill. This is perfect. I actually write my, like, I write all my shorts. I have genuine use for a quill. And they sent me some ink too. Feather pen ink. This goes a little bit hard. This goes a little bit hard. It's like, I need like scissors because it is secured in a way. Oh no, I can just pull it out this way. That probably didn't break. It's an actual feather. Look forward to getting that ink all over your hand. Doesn't matter, this is so dope. Who cares? This is nice. Do I just rest the tip in there? Shut up. Shut up. That's good. Oh, I'm gonna use this. Oh, and then it has a little seat for the pen too, or for the ink. We about to get calligraphic as fuck. Please don't spill. Please don't spill. Thank you. Might I say that looks particularly dope with your black nails? It is, this is good. Did you open it? I did not open this, no. There's more stuff too. Oh. Well, that's staying off camera. Hold on. Let me pull up a little second window. See if I can... Flavor failed. The quill is not silver. Yes, it is, dog. I mean, the grip is gold. But Silverquill also uses a bunch of gold. But the actual writing bit is silver. What else is in here? Dude, they said a pocket watch. Oh, I'm gonna be unbearable. I'm gonna be unbearable. What's in here? Is this time right? This is the wrongest a time has ever been. This is the wrongest I have ever seen a clock been in my life. I am flicking this open on every landfall player's turn. I am keeping this in my pocket. I ever play against the landfall deck. 2 triggers go by. That's good. That's good. And then I have a little notebook. Blank. I can use this to write skits in. I've been needing a new one. That's actually also dope. The deck note. This is the deck note. I gotta look at an email again, guys. Sorry, 1 second. Hold on. Everybody fucking chill. I gotta look at an email. Make sure I'm not about to. I'm good? Okay, thank you. They also sent the new book. By Shannon McGuire, who is a New York Times bestselling author. That's awesome. And there is an exclusive command tower inside. Do I unseal this or do I like lick it and then keep it on my wall forever? I think I unseal this because it's like you're not allowed to sell any of this stuff anyway, so it would never. Oh, I missed a cheer with a question about the contest. My bad. Marty the Goat, thank you for the 200 bits. Actual clarification, when we say Super Friends, are we like low bracket jank Super Friends or high power combo Super Friends? Whichever you prefer. How do I feel like it feels wrong to use the quill on this. Okay, we got through. What's up, Nunu? Huh? Well, I'm looking for a command tower promo. This looks kind of like it, but I would have to tear. Oh, this is definitely it. Yeah, that looks nice. So Mauled, Professor Zarek cosplay during the Cool Stuff Con. Maybe that would be a good one. There's another pocket. We have even more zippers. Is there anything in the front pouch? No, I'm clean. I'm good. I have my little book bag. He's got the hair for Rawl too. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on, I'm gonna double check with Z about something. Okay. And then they have also sent Strixhaven or Silverquill promos. I now own 2 copies of a removal spell to put in my Silverquill deck. Was not a compliment, Mauled. You should have used somebody less attractive. Of course it's a compliment. Like, if you're gonna make fun of me for being bald, you can't go... Like, you can't go, oh, why is Walton Goggins trying to tell me something? Walton Goggins is fucking awesome. You can't shame me with, oh man, what's new Rawl doing here? Come on. They do not have it up on Scryfall. Holy shit. Or up on Gatherer. Please. You can't pull this man up and be like, haha, balding. He's so hot. He's so hot. You can't hurt me. You can't hurt me. You have to do better. We can't see your browser? Well, don't. Okay, everyone who said that's banned. 90 serial banned. 9 app banned. Get out of here. Marty the Goat banned. Just imagine. Imagine the things I am saying to you. Fuck's sake. I'm painting a goddamn word picture. Yeah, Google it yourself in real time as I'm yelling all this crap at you. And who's the last person I banned? '90s cereal. Okay. Champion of the Path is cute. It's cool. I don't love it, but I think it has a lot of upside potential. What were the promos? Couldn't make them out. It is Fracture. I believe it is both. It is the there's both an English version and what I believe to be a Japanese version. That's not true. That's not true. No. They won't go into focus on the camera. Hold on. They look very nice. You're gonna have to believe me. You can kind of see it from this far away. If I get too close, it's because I don't have a light right behind the camera. And there's too much daylight in my room. Real shame. But it's very dope. Looks way better than some weird, like, dirt-covered Witherbloom card. Mine look way cooler? Banned. Banned, baby. I love you. I love you. Wrecked. Alright, your privileges are back. I'm just getting banned. You're unbanned. Guys, I fear these cards. Listen, they look good because they're magic art. Marty the Goat, thank you for the resub. Welcome back to the dog home. The Silverquill cards just look so much cooler that I can't embarrass Z like this. I can't embarrass Z in front of the community, and show off just how much better the Silverquill promos look than the Witherbloom promos, and it's a real shame, but we just can't do it. We had a random smasher pass for BM Shooter. Pass. Why did you get Silverquill? Because of the way I am. I have built an entire brand, an entire community based off of being a snarky bitch. In what universe would I be anything else? Mauled my redeem too fucking bad. Oh yeah, it's this card, by the way. We passed on this card. Did you ask for it, or did they just soul read you? They send you a little, like, 15-question quiz. You do a little personality quiz thing. And then let's look at Z's promos, and then we will do the customs. Very pretty, very demure, very mindful. This is not Sheoldred, even though it looks like it. This is not Sheoldred. Cave Smasher, thank you for redeeming the exclusive Discord role. Sound off in the Dear Malltown channel of the Discord, and I will hook that up. All right. Let's finish strong and do these customs. All right, so first we have Elikman. Stream redeem for Cosmo Gavalion Wook 2. A 6-mana spacecraft. On ETB, destroy an artifact or non-basic land. Station it at 2+ when it deals combat damage to a player. When a creature deals combat damage to a player, put that many charge counters on the spacecraft. At 15+, it's a 10/10 Flample Haster. I almost want to say... I don't like that middle text. I'm not sure what I would change it to, but it bothers me that we are taking the core decision that is involved with stationing a spacecraft and then saying, Okay, what if you didn't have to do that? And you did, and you just got them for doing the normal thing like that? Wasn't Uthros similar? Getting one charge counter per cast is a lot different than all of my creatures' damage converts immediately to charge counters. So I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I do like the payoff though. Then from Dragon Cat, we have Waisitora of the Nikoru. 7 mana Jund, 7/5 Flample. On attack, each opponent sacks a creature. Whenever an opponent would sack a permanent, if they can't, make a 3/3 Cat Dragon. You're the devil. I'm not sure if you burn in hell. I like that we are giving Oops All Sacrifice a way to make bodies and win the game. The art is already a card. Waisitora is already a card. They just changed exactly what it does. I think I'm okay with it. I like this little update. This is like an errata for Waisitora, which is acceptable to me. Next, we have Shoto Aizawa from Salad Time. 4 mana 3/3 Vigilance. On attack, choose one or both. Tap a creature or choose target creature until your next turn. That creature's activated abilities can't be activated and its triggered abilities don't trigger. Actually sick as fuck. I love it. 4 might be too much for this. But I like this a lot. I think this is very flavorful, and I think those modes are effective in Commander. Like holding down an Aristocrats player for a turn with the turning off triggered abilities is that fucks. And then from Jesh, we have, this is an unserious meme. The prepared bear enters prepared with a counterspell. Phenomenal job. 10 out of 10. I feel like the art, the bear should be flipping you off. That's my only note. Then from Agumon, we have Yujin, the Exhausted Assassin. A 4 mana 8/8. She enters with 4 -1/-1 counters. When she attacks, roll a 4-sided die. If the result is 4, she gains Death Touch, Double Strike, and Trample until end of turn. Okay. Listen, man. Cute idea. Basically unplayable. Like, really cute idea. Mega, I cannot let you cook if you sit down with this, because the floor to ceiling on this commander is so fucked. Like, you're playing Antagonize, you're playing like instant speed buff spells, and if you ever get a 4, it's just like, oh man, I immediately Voltron win, and if I ever roll anything else, my commander is useless. Useless. So great job on flavor. I think the IRL play pattern's pretty unsatisfying. If you could have a stand, which stand would you have? Blastoise. Griffin lol GG, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Would flipping a coin be too much? Flipping a coin would kind of work, but it wouldn't work with what they're trying to do flavor-wise with the 4/4. I just think it's like, it's too good when it works, and it's too bad when it doesn't. Things like that are really, really good when you are telling a story and you have control over when it works or not, and it's really bad when you don't have control. Like, imagine, has anyone ever played a D&D character where they had an additional gimmick where they got to gamble like this, and your character just fucking sucked if you didn't win the gamble? Not very fun, right? You spend most of every session doing nothing, trying to like farm your rolls to turn on whatever your like homebrew ability is, and then when you turn on your homebrew ability, you get like 10 seconds of power fantasy, and then you're waiting for it to work again. That's what this card is. It's just too far apart to feel satisfying in my mind. And that's even in D&D where you're trying to be cooperative. In Commander, we're fighting each other. This hurts even more. Oh, why would I want that? Because you're a gambling addicted freak. All right, that's the customs. Let me check if I'm missing any redeems. North Cross, thank you so much for the 2 months at tier 1. Welcome back to the dog home. Then from Yeah360, boss, have you thought about UNZ contacting your local Democratic Party organization about not just canvassing, but offering time to teach interns and campaign staff on social media outreach? I know funny cardboard seems completely different than politics, but your knowledge could be the difference for your local party. Winning a water board and using that knowledge to reach a Democratic chapter in a red state, how to win. I haven't thought about that, but that is a good idea. Then if I give my opponents creatures and force them to kill each other, would that work for the contest, or is it dead on arrival? You take your shot with that. Not dead on arrival. I think that is like the right level of tune an exam. Oh, well, like combat matters, but I'm not going to combat. Please. Please. I would never be so brutish. Come on. We're adults here. Then Lotus Queen, thank you for the random smasher pass. Yeah, smashing triumphantly. Okay, I think we are now caught up on everything. That is going to be it for today. We're going to pack this up to send to Mango to get edited. I'm going to bring up the Bald Kai. We are going to go raid. Thank you all so much for being here today. I appreciate you all being patient with how all over the place I can be. We will be live again Thursday. Maybe. If we're live Thursday, might be a deadlock stream. Who knows? Definitely won't be custom cards. But thank you all for being here. We're going to raid Elk. They're saying extra long stream. Maybe they're going to stay on. So hit Elk with the Bald Kai. YouTube, that's just it for us. But I will see you all later this week. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you all enjoyed today. And remember to stay toxic.